crew, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves, and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team, man, he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder that.
Peace, diehards. What's up? I got a co-host today. Got my little guy. I think he's a little awkward. I told me people are going to see you on the camera, right? When I turned it on, you see you right there, right? You got the headphones on, first time ever, right? That's the star of the video there. He was at the end of the Die Hard Knicks video, Die Hard podcast video, so you can hear Data talking, right, on the headphones, right? So what Data does, Data watches the game, and Data talks to the people on the internet right here, and they talk to me back, and that's it. That's how I do it. You want to show your sculpture? Let me see. This is made out of Play-Doh here. It's made out of Play-Doh. He made a little Ninja Turtle out of Play-Doh. Yeah, so sometimes we do arts and crafts and stuff, right? All right, so you're going to stay or what? You're going to stay for a little while? You want to get a chair? Grab the chair. Yeah. All right. When you get bored, you can go, okay? Can you see the game? I move over so you can see it. All right, so we got Daddy Daycare in the place, man. Your boy Evu, host of the Diners podcast, is here. So I got to keep the cursing down, right? All the bad words. I got to keep the bad words like this. No bad words right now. So we're watching the Knicks. Right now, I'm at the 4:23 mark in the game in the first quarter. So far, so good. We handling business 22-15, as we should. You know, I got a chance to look a little bit because I'm, fooling around with my little guy here. So we got a chance to look at the game a little bit. The Knicks are doing a good job sealing off the paint, forcing these guys to shoot on the outside and that type of thing. They don't really have too many. They have a lot of guys that can create their own shot, but they don't have like prolific scorers per se. You know what I'm saying? They have guys that can get hot, man. So we got to be very careful with that. But other than that, man, I think the Knicks should be able to win this game. So since I took my hoodie off, I got to put the hat on. Make sure I censor the mic, censor the camera here a little bit. There you go. So we're here, man. 24-20, 3:36 in the first quarter. Steal, nice steal there by number 3. That's Josh Richardson. No, blocked it by Julius. Look, for those who say that Julius Randle don't play defense, man, come on, look at that. Quickly comes around the screen, all the way to the basket. Hartenstein cleans up the mess, but they call a foul on the floor. So good defensive play by Julius Randle for those that say that Julius Randle don't play defense. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's wondering, this is my little guy in the corner here. He's watching. He can hear me on the headphones, right? Okay. Can you hear this? Yeah, so my little guy's gonna listen to me a little bit while I do the play-by-play and stuff. Yeah, shout out to Ralph Diaz, man. We did a show yesterday. Shout out to G Money as well, too, man. Yo, if G Money pops in just to take a look or whatever, man, he put something in the private chat. I forgot to write it down, so I apologize for that, man. So we'll get a chance to talk more. G Money's dope. Really surprised me that he popped on there. Would you guys prefer me to do that? I know a couple people have been asking for the phone lines to be open again. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about opening up the phone lines, and doing some other stuff too that I was doing before. Just to spice things up a little bit. So just I need feedback, man. You guys, always hanging out with me and stuff, man. It'll be dope to get a little bit of feedback. Or if anybody that just out there that you want me to contact to do a collaboration or something with, just hit me up and let me know, or just say it in the chat. We're here. Speaking of we here, you got Julius Randle. He's the one that started that whole we here stuff. IQ. So Hartenstein, they say Hartenstein can't rebound, he can't play. Right now, he's a big part of what the Knicks are doing right now. You know, it's up and down, man. Mitchell Robinson is a starter. He should get the starters minutes, which is correct. But let's not pretend that Hartenstein can't play. You know, he's decent. He's not like a prolific starter or anything like that. And no one ever said he was. You know what I'm saying? But the guy is not completely bummed just because you like Mitchell Robinson more. Because Brunson just pulls up. Hartenstein wasn't able to secure the rebound, but they call a loose ball foul on number 23. Yeah, good physical play here by both teams. Teams are showing up to the Knicks trying to out physical us. Which I keep saying. I feel like we need to double down on that. If teams are doing that, coming in here thinking they can out bully us. You know what I'm saying? When we do it naturally, then we need to get more bullies here. If anything, we need to get some like real goons because we have tough players, but not necessarily like they're all nice guys. So if we can get some more like mean guys on the team, that would definitely double down on what we're doing here. Maybe we should tell Mama that you're in here, right? Mama might be looking for you. So let's tell Mama that you're in here. You gotta tell Mama you're in here. So this is the first time I've ever had the kids on the show. Matter of fact, that's a lie. I think I might have had the kids on once before. But it's the first time my little guy's actually listening to Dad talk the whole time, right? While I'm doing the podcast, right? So you monitoring me? You're the monitor. You know that? You're the monitor. So if anything goes wrong, say, "Hey, Dad, there's something wrong," right? Right. Yeah, man. Let me shout out to everybody in the chat. In the chat, see, look here on the side there, right here. This is the chat here on the side. So everybody in the chat, everybody likes to say salute. So salute to Geraldine. Geraldine's here. Got I am Jarrell. Salute to all the diehards, diehard Giants, man. Big game this week to close out the season. Even though we already secured a playoff berth, it's still good because we got to get a sweat. Pretend try not to get hurt. I'm talking about the Giants. Try not to get hurt. And everybody's gonna be watching. Jet fans should be watching too. No hate for Jet fans. Jet fans should be watching and supporting the Giants because the Giants shouldn't be here. So the Jet fans should be on the not the bandwagon, but at least be on the line supporting. Keep your Jets jersey on, but support the Giants too. Who else is here? Yeah, Brunson is so nasty, man. Shout out to Louis Denny, man. We got Louis Denny here, Jamaican Knicks house, young Knicks, young gun Knicks. I got you. Push one, you hear that? I'm going to push this one. That's the young guns, young gun Knicks. So Mighty Finesse was good. It's my little kid, man. It's my little guy. It's my baby son. He said, I got a little man on the big screen in the living room. I got you, man. Who else is up in here? Yeah, Geraldine said, Mighty said he's 19, man. That's dope. You got your whole life ahead of you, man. You talk about NBA players. NBA players technically don't have their whole life ahead of them. Because, the NBA career is only like, what, 10 years? Maybe 19, 29. Guys might play up to like 32. A lot of guys are out the league by that time. So in the grand scheme of things, 10 years is not really a long time. So when people say, "Oh, in 2-3 years," that's like 1/4 of a player's career. Oh, in 5 years, a lot of players don't even make it past 5 years. So it's like, what can we do, man? Got Kareem Grant is here. What's up, Kareem? Miss Harlem CEO. Got Mr. Harlem CEO is up in here too. So we got our regulars, man. That's all I need. All I need is my regulars here hanging out with me, and we can just get busy here. San Antonio Knicks, 31-22. The Knicks are going to outclass these guys. Like I said, we play more physical. They're well coached and stuff like that. They're missing their top player. We're missing one of our top players too. Shout out to everybody that there's a little bit of a conversation, an argument, and out there about that Phoenix game that we lost because they didn't have Devin Booker, but we didn't have RJ Barrett. Not to compare both of those guys, but I mean we were missing one of our top players. So you know San Antonio is missing one of their top players, but you can't disregard the fact that we're missing RJ. You know, so to me, that tells you what that when you talk about casual fans and you're talking about like fans that really pay attention to what's going on out there, like casual fans say stupid shit like that, like so, oh yeah, that they won because they were missing this guy, but forget the whole fact that the Knicks were missing an entire player also, and not just we weren't just missing a bench player, we was missing if you want to talk about option, like a third option on the team, what I'm saying? That's very important. So here we go, 33-24. San Antonio is giving us a good game right now, but it's not enough. They need to get stops. Right now we're trading baskets. So as long as we're trading baskets and maybe going on runs on ourselves, as Deuce hits a wide open 3-point shot, then that's all we need. Yeah, right. Why are you humming for? Huh? Why are you humming? Huh? Yeah, man. Yeah. So for all those that say, "Yo, Evil's losing weight," where? Where's Evil losing weight? But I know I'm losing weight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not losing like dramatic weight. That's not how it works. But I mean, I know I'm losing weight, but nobody's really gonna notice a dramatic change in my weight until like the summertime. So I'm basically on a 7 month trip right now where I'm trying to get my weight down to my normal weight when this guy was little. When you were little, I used to be a lot skinnier. My little guy here is only 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? So 6 years ago, Dada was athlete. I was an athlete. I was a runner, doing Spartan races, playing basketball all the time. And then, once they got a little bit older, that I had to work some more, and that's the end of that. Yeah, man. Almighty Finesse. Almighty Finesse. That's a dope name. How come you can't hear him? Because he's not talking. He's a good boy. He's not really saying nothing. You know? Does he hang out with girls? He's 6. I tell you one thing, girls like him, right? Right? The girls always talking to you. Hmm. Right? He's a nice guy, man. My little guy's a good kid. Yeah, man. So there's quite a few players on San Antonio that I enjoy. This guy Podol, Potel, whatever. I can't pronounce his name, but I really like that guy, man. He's very rough and tumble, tough guy. You can see it. He just got a real nasty look in his face. He's red all over the place. He got a lot of bumps and stuff on all over him. So he's just a nasty dude. He looks like he smells like stank, right? He look like he smells stank, you know. But those are the tough guys that I'm talking about. But hey, we got our own stank guy, Isaiah Hartenstein. He looks pretty stank. You know what I'm saying? So those guys are competing down low. Here goes Brunson, top of the key. Lulling on the point guard to sleep. Trey Jones pulls up, foul line extended, misses it. Look at Julius Randle. Yeah, I don't know what Julius Randle's on, man. He must be on some of my special pills that I have here. I got various pills here that I use to try to get myself together. So he's got to be using something, man, because I mean this guy's playing on another level. It's 5 seconds left in this quarter. Number 33, that's one of the Jones brothers there. Gets a nice little layup. He goes, Brunson just launches it full length of the court. He tried to do an alley-oop to Deuce, which was a very interesting option there. But Deuce wasn't able to control it and lay it up, but that would have been incredible. But here we go, the end of the first quarter. Good times here, 39-29. Knicks scoring 40 points in the first quarter. I don't know. San Antonio scoring 29. That's more like it. So the Knicks got hot, pushing the pace and stuff like that. Maybe San Antonio was letting us off the hook defensively. So we scored 39 points to 29 points, man. So it is what it is with that. How do we win this game? We just got to continue playing like this. Keep these guys behind us. Don't allow them to don't allow them to stop us. That's one thing. It's not about stopping them. Right now it's about us, about allowing them to stop us. And then because I think all night we're gonna trade baskets. I think that's what it is. But the problem is that once the Knicks start messing up, when we mess up, teams always take advantage of all of our mistakes. So if we keep our mistakes at a minimum, no turnovers and that type of thing. We don't have RJ out there to miss layups and start fast breaks, that type of stuff. So shout out to RJ. You know, because that's what RJ is good for that. RJ is good to blow a layup, and then the other team goes on a fast break, and next thing you know, the lead is diminished. So Knicks have a lot of question marks right now. We got a lot of we had a few injuries and whatnot. We realize certain things work, realize some certain things don't work. So I'm looking at RJ, man. The way that we're playing here, we're showing that we don't necessarily need RJ in the starting lineup to be consistently good. So my thing is like we have problems coming off the bench scoring. So quite a few people talked about it. Me and I and Jarrell talked about it. Shout out to State. Me and State talked about that before. State doesn't want that to happen. Shout out to Raf Diaz. We were talking about it. Quite a few people were talking about RJ coming off the bench. It's not a demotion though. It's just what's better for the team. I really enjoy how the starting lineup looks, how the Knicks starting lineup looks. So let me just get tap into this into these stats here. So how the Knicks are starting games right now without RJ, I've been enjoying it because like I don't miss RJ. I don't miss him in the starting lineup. Do I miss him on the court? Absolutely, I do miss him on the court. There's two different things there. There's saying that you want to bench RJ does not say that you want to get rid of him. So, we started with quickly. We started with Brunson in the backcourt, Grimes at the small forward, Randall and Mitchell Robinson. The spacing is incredible. The defense has gotten better, if anything. I feel like the defense has definitely gotten better with Curtin Grimes starting at the basically a pseudo third, three guard rotation. Shout out to Grimes. Grimes is 6'5". So everyone's saying that he's too short. He's too short to be a small forward, right? But let's what's RJ? RJ, I believe, is listed as 6'6". It's all right, I'm gonna have to like look that up. Let me see what RJ's actual height is. RJ Barrett. So I'm thinking in my head RJ Barrett is 6'7", right? But they have him listed as 6'6". So what's the difference between RJ Barrett and Grimes when it comes to height? You know? When it comes to weight, like RJ is like 220 something. Let me see what Grimes is. Grimes, they have him listed. What's his weight? They have him listed at 210. So they're very similar in weight wise. They're both strong. So, you're not really losing nothing in height wise. But if you are, you have that option to pull and put RJ in the game at any time. So I kind of like this, man. I like quickly under control. Right now he's 1 for 4. He's always going to be erratic, but I like him under control. Also, too, we just witnessed Fournier just cross somebody over and take him to the basket. So imagine if Fournier had RJ coming off the bench with him. That would pose something delightful for our Knicks, man, because then we'll have a 1-2 punch coming off the bench with Fournier and RJ. I think that works. Because I mean the trades are starting to get a little freaky because all the teams that we thought we were going to trade with, everybody's on a winning streak right now. 4-game winning streak, 2-game winning streak. I think Washington Wizards are on a 5-game winning streak right now. I don't know if they lost last night or whatever happened. But so far so good with some of these teams. So they might not be inclined to move the guys that we've been talking about all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about. Maybe we just need to just build from within. And I think having RJ come off the bench with Fournier and let them play off the bench and do what they do, I think that would be pretty good for us. Because I like the way that we play with IQ and Grimes together with Brunson starting the game. You know, got Jericho Sims there to set screens for Fournier. You got Hartenstein also making passes for RJ and stuff like that. Look at Fournier. Fournier's creating offense, getting into his office basically, where he gets top of the key, get to the foul line, seals off his defender, and pulls up. That's the game that he gets there. He's going to the line. You forget that Fournier could do stuff like that. See, the issue is that like people are upset that the whole play the kids movement. People are upset that Fournier was taking minutes away. But if Fournier's coming off the bench, playing a different role on the team there, still important because he'll be playing all for RJ. The difference is that like as the game goes on, RJ will be called a little bit more than Fournier, unless Fournier gets hot, from outside. Then it's one thing. Or if situational wise, we need a shooter out there. You need Fournier out there. Fournier's still a good player. He's playing decent defense there. He just got cut baseline there. but just just enough for him to stay with the player, to box him in once the help comes in. He's good at that. That's a lost art as well. If you get beat off the dribble, you have to stay with your man. When the help comes, you have to be there to trap. So Fournier does that well. It goes IQ going around the screen. Got Deuce there. Deuce cuts in. He just pulls up. Deuce pull up game is pretty good. It's decent. It's serviceable, I should say. It goes number 54. Just launches himself into the basket. Blocked by Jericho. Pushes the ball there. IQ is looking, blind. He just pulls up. He pulls up, but he got Fournier wide open on the left hand side. So I mean, IQ coming off the bench, being a point guard of the bench is just not doesn't make sense. Number 34. Who is number 34 in San Antonio? He just knocks down a three there. So number 34, that's Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson should be a household name and out there. People know him because of that draft, and they know him because he basically been on all 30 teams, in his freaking career. He still got all the potential he always had. About the same size as RJ, 6'5" around there. Feisty player, good defensive player. You know, yeah, man. So you see how Dada does the podcast? There's a lot of talking, right? So that's what Dada be doing. Dada watches the game. I enjoy watching the game, and then Dada talks about it. Right? It's pretty cool, right? Boring, right? It's a little bit boring. No? Can you see the game? You can see it. I can make it a little bit bigger for you. I usually keep it on a smaller screen just so I can see everything that's going on, but I can make it a little bit bigger for the little guy here. 41-34 so far, 9 minutes and 8 seconds in this game. Yeah, man. You cut his hair or you hit him with the barbershop. My man Almighty Finesse is trying to write a book here. Yeah, but we go to the barbershop, man. I actually go to the same barber that Anthony Mason used to go to. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cuddy. You know, me and Cuddy are actually in the same commercial. For anybody that knows Cuddy, man, he's a very peculiar dude, man. He's a Knicks fan, big time sports fan and stuff like that. But he's a man of few words. You rarely ever hear him talk that much. But he's so nice, really good to the kids. That's why we go to him and stuff. But he's pretty dope, famous. His barbershop is something else, man. He needs he needs an investor. I gotta say that. But I mean, there's a lot of character in that place, so it's pretty cool. Uh, yeah, iHeart's wife is freaking gorgeous, man. Yeah, we need consistency. It goes Fournier, comes around the screen, pulls up. He misses that. Deuce McBride playing some defense. Wow, he almost got creamed by a pick there, but good court awareness, was able to save himself from that. I like Podol a lot, man. Good player, good feisty guy. Looking, just like iHeart, active player. Here goes Stanley Johnson, top of the key, knocks down another shot. 34. It's number 34 there. So this is what we're talking about. The Knicks can't score at the moment, and then it allows San Antonio to catch up. So that's the problem. I was saying that the Knicks can't allow them to stop us. It's not really them stopping us. It's just us not being able to score and that type of thing. So now you got to bring in Julius, and you don't really want to. So now the Knicks are in disarray. We got to find some kind of cohesiveness. But meanwhile, this is how they play. This is how San Antonio plays. Here goes IQ. We're gonna try to see if we can make a oh man, he missed it. Trying to see if we can capitalize on their mistakes. Here goes Jones there. Trey Jones. Wow, good pass in there to Stanley Johnson. So Stanley Johnson's out there looking like Carmelo Anthony. He just hit 2 threes, I believe, and then he hit a fast break layup there. So we're talking about 8 point turnaround by Stanley Johnson alone. So here we go. San Antonio's up by 1. So it's crazy. Here we go. Julius Randle arguing with the refs and stuff. Look at my man's hair bouncing in the wind, man. That was a really good pass to Stanley Johnson. Big time pass to Stanley Johnson there by, I believe that's Trey Jones on San Antonio. That's the younger brother of the other dude. What's his name? That's Trey Jones, yes. So his brother plays for Memphis. They both play for Duke as well. So we got 2 Dukies there, 42-41. 2 Dookies. All you heard was Dookie, right? All you heard was Dookie. All the kids need to hear is Dookie, and they freaking die laughing, right? Yep, that's a big question, man. It's a big question right now. Are we better without RJ? The question, the answer to that is we don't need him to be we don't need him to win, right? But at the same time, we need him to to be like to if you're gonna ever contend for anything, we need RJ to do that. You know what I'm saying? We need him to do that. Now the role is a whole different situation now. What role did we have him in? Like I said, I really like this starting lineup with IQ and Grimes, and to have RJ come off the bench just to have a different look, would be nice because RJ coming off those screens going downhill, that works good with Fournier because then you can kick it out to Fournier and Deuce, on the perimeter. So I think that works. I think that works. In the starting lineup with Brunson, with Brunson doing his thing and Julius doing his thing, it takes the ball out of IQ's hands, which is great because I don't want IQ playing any point guard. So if IQ gets the ball, let's say with the shot clock going down, he plays better playing erratic like that. You know what I'm saying? So there, he kind of reminds me of Mad Max. If anybody could follow me there, I'm talking about Vernon Maxwell. He kind of reminds me of Vernon Maxwell because Vernon Maxwell was kind of erratic too. He was kind of just like one of those guys that just did everything. Played defense. Definitely a disgusting competitor, man. Very, very fiercely disgusting competitor. You know what I'm saying? IQ is pretty close to that, but he's not. He's a nice guy. IQ's a nice guy. Vernon Jackson to this day could care less about anybody. If you got a problem with him, say something. That's what he lives by. You know what I'm saying? But their games kind of remind me of each other. Very streaky shooters, just launching stuff. You know what I'm saying? Quite, very similar to Starks. You know, toughness is not there though. I mean, a different kind of toughness, but just like the attitude wise, you guys get what I'm saying. But I really think that IQ with Brunson as starters are pretty good there. With Grimes as the three guard lineup with Julius and Mitch, I think that's a really good look. So here we go. Julius gives it to Jericho. Jericho's looking. Jericho, it would have been nice for him to go baseline just now on Poto. But here we go. He sets a nice screen for Brunson. In and out, looking for the foul there. Gets the ball on the rim. What do they call? They call a foul on the ground. So Brunson is very good at getting fouls on the ground there. Shout out to Collins. Collins on San Antonio is a really good player as well. So San Antonio has quite a few really good role players on their squad. So if they had like a better team, or like more veterans and stuff like that, adding Collins and Podol and those type of guys would be really dope, on a team like that. But they're growing. 42-41 right now. Knicks are still down by one. Knicks can't buy a bucket. That's why we got Brunson and Julius out there. And Brunson can't buy a bucket either because the Knicks are bucket fishing. We're fishing for buckets. That's why we can't score. So here goes San Antonio moving the ball. 34 baseline. Wow, Jericho Sims gets banged on by former Nick, Mr. McDermott. Wow, number 34 steals the ball. Shit. Brunson had to dive for that joint. So listen, San Antonio is spicy right now. San Antonio is definitely spicy. Knicks got to figure it out. The Knicks are not running their offense too good, and we're not making buckets. Fournier finally ends the drought there with a 3-point shot. So it's is it 44? Yes, 44-44, 6 minutes and 52 seconds on my clock. I'm a little bit behind. I think I'm about like 10, 15 seconds behind. Jericho Sims gets the ball, gives it to IQ. IQ is dribbling, takes another beautiful screen there, knocks number 10 out of the picture. Oh, Julius Randle. Are they going to call offensive? Yes, they call offensive. That's the evolution of Julius's game. Julius has that floating game where he can stop and he does the one-handed jump shot right there. He went too far in. If he would have just stopped, a step before without having to take that charge, then it would have been a better play for him. But guy can't. It's not perfect. He's not a perfect player. So I mean, this guy here, Polish player. He has the colorful hair like Dennis Rodman. He's also wearing number 10 like Dennis Rodman. So I mean, he's really trying to bring back, the 90s and stuff. Crosses over, dribbles, gives it out to number 34. Number 34. Wow, if Stanley Johnson made that three, I mean, like this guy is becoming Paul Pierce right in front of our face for tonight. Julius Randle gets the ball. He's being guarded by Stanley Johnson. Good defense there. See, Julius has that floater, man. So he needs to get that popping when he's on the move rather than mowing people down. So IQ's giving him pointers about doing the floater, man. Shut the fuck up, man. That is cursing, right? Yeah, but it is what it is. So Julius at the line, 44, 6 minutes and 13 seconds left. In the second half, Julius Randle makes the first one. So I mean, this is what I was feared. This is what I feared with the Knicks, that they will allow San Antonio to come back based off of the fact that it can score, not necessarily anything that the San Antonio's doing, just the simple fact that the Knicks can't find a bucket as soon as we started making substitutions, and then once we start bringing the guys back in now the guys are going one on one trying to find a bucket rather than running the offense. So this is why guys play 34 minutes and stuff like that. So when RJ comes back, I like Fournier. I like Fournier in the rotation. We got to keep him in there. He's not necessarily producing, but just the idea of a Fournier at the moment is what we need. Excuse me, number 22 pulls up right on the dotted line there. Let me see what's going on with San Antonio. I believe that was Keldon Johnson. He got 4 points right now. Was that Keldon? I don't know who the hell that was. It was IQ. IQ hits a three. So the Knicks are up by three now. Trading buckets back and forth with this team. Who was that guy? Who's that? Yeah, my bad. I don't know what happened. I just got I don't know if I got cut off or. Mama's calling you, Jackie boy. Mama's calling you. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. Okay. Yeah, go underneath. There you go. See you later, boo boo. All right, there goes the little guy. Little guy's out of here. I can get my ears back, so now I can hear myself. It's weird. It's weird doing a podcast and I can't hear myself. For those that have ever done audio, that's a big issue. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. I just got cut off the stream. I don't know if I got cut off the stream when the stream got cut off. I'm definitely having some kind of issue here. Put the score back up here. 49-46. Everything seems good there. Let me make the screen a little smaller. There you go. Might have to X this out just to get the time back. But yeah, man, my little guy got a chance to listen. Whatever he's humming the whole time. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but he's like humming to the voice of Data. Yeah, he calls me Dada. You know what I'm saying? That's like some West Indian shit there. Let me get some light on my face. Get some light on my face, guys. Yeah, man. Get this thing over here. You saving RJ for a star. See, this is the problem that me and Raph was having last night. Raph keeps talking about, oh, we gotta get trade for a star. I get a star. We gotta get a star. Get a star. Who? There's no star available. There's no star. All the stars are all making $40 million a year, 30 to $40 million a year. I shout out to Zach LaVine. He's making 37. Next year he'll be making 40 something, right? So people are like, oh, why would we spend all that money on that guy? But anybody at his caliber of a player in the NBA is making that much money. Julius Randle is making is I think it's like the third I think Julius Randle's like the third highest paid player on the Knicks right now. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but he's our best player. With the numbers he's been putting up, Julius Randle should be getting 30 something million dollars. He should be getting close to $40 million right now. Saying he should have the same contract as Zach LaVine, according to the usage and stuff like that Julius Randle does for this team. So people take that for granted. They forget about that type of thing. So if you want to get that star player, star players don't make $17 million a year. Star players make bread. Star players make bread. So if we make a trade for guys, we're gonna have to get rid of assets and stuff. We can't go one for one. Oh yeah, but we just give them 6 draft picks. Yeah, but we can't trade Deuce McBride for John Morant. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. Just because we put draft picks on it doesn't mean that's what's gonna make the trade work. It doesn't work that way. The Knicks are climbing back up now, 51-46. So I mean, just like if the Knicks just play their game, once the Knicks get back into the driver's seat, where we're running our offense and we're playing the defense that we play, playing physical and stuff like that, teams usually fall back on that. The issue is though when the Knicks start making mistakes, teams start running fast breaks and taking us off our game, and it usually takes the Knicks a couple minutes to get it back. So that's always the big problem there, man. So I mean, everybody knows that we need to trade. We need to trade some kind of way. And I'm trading for a star. I'm using RJ to trade for a star. Yeah, but then once you trade for a star like Donovan Mitchell, if we would have traded for Donovan Mitchell, we still would have been good. We had enough talent to keep us going. Look at Jericho, man, with a nice little running hook shot there, kind of sweeping hook. He missed that. 51-46. If we would have had Donovan Mitchell, we probably would have been better off because then we could have made up, for the loss of RJ and that type of thing. We would have been fine. We would still had Brunson. We would have had Donovan Mitchell and Brunson. Still would have had Julius. So we would have been good. That would have been a true, 3-man rotation there, and then we would have been fine. Depending on who else we added to that deal, which we would probably would have added. We probably would have had to add a lot more guys to that deal. Guys that people like in order to make it work. Shout out to Grimes. He might have been in it. You know what I'm saying? Just judging by what Utah got. Utah got a nice haul for Donovan Mitchell. So they're not thinking about Donovan Mitchell anymore. They're actually playing really good. So they're like in the same boat as the Knicks, up and down. But they're not thinking about Donovan Mitchell right now. Yeah, man. So we didn't get Donovan Mitchell. So just thinking about it, man. In order to get Donovan Mitchell, we will have to trade RJ. But at the moment, there's nobody available. The only player that I could think of is Devin Booker. But nobody wants Devin Booker. So I mean, like my thing is, who do people want? Trade for a star. So Almighty Finesse, you're always hanging out with us, right? So if you're talking about a star, who is that guy? Who is that star that you would like to get in here? We're gonna trade for a star, but you trade for a star. There ain't but so many stars in the NBA. There's not 40 stars in the NBA. There's not 30 stars in the NBA. There's not 20 stars in the NBA. There's not, the stars are not they're few. They're like not few and far between. But there's like we know who the stars are. So say a name. Oh, trade for a star. Say who you want to trade for. If you cannot say who you want to trade for, then stop saying it. Stop saying it. Zach LaVine is the one that's dangling. Is he a star? I don't know about that. He gets paid like a star. That's a whole different scenario there. Will he require the same package that we would have to trade for Donovan Mitchell? Probably. Maybe not as much draft picks and that type of thing, because that what was the holdup. If we added Zach LaVine, the issue is we cannot trade RJ for Zach LaVine. Any of these trades here, because I mean Donovan Mitchell would have been worth trading RJ for, but Zach LaVine is not worth trading RJ for. The Knicks get better if we get Zach LaVine and keep RJ and keep Julius and keep Brunson. You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna do that with him making $37 million? That's a whole nother conversation. If I was doing a straight trade show, we could pull up all the stats and really put that together. But it is what it is. But even though Chicago, they've been winning. So they've been winning recently. So maybe then they think that they can fix things. So who knows? And they might be thinking of trading a 1-for-1 guy, like trading one star for an X, or one 20-point a game scorer for another. They might not be thinking of tanking and stuff like that. They might be thinking of actually swapping, and doing a lateral move. They might be thinking along those lines. So that's interesting as well. That's the whole dynamic. Mitch, I don't know what's up with Mitch. Is Mitch playing today? Mitch Robinson is playing today. He only played 4 minutes, so I missed the 4 minutes that he plays. Listen, I didn't even notice. You know what I'm saying, Kareem? I didn't even notice that Mitch Robinson wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing too: is Mitch Robinson in the game or out the game? Does he affect the game to that degree where if we had Mitch Robinson out there, no. Same thing with RJ. RJ's not in the game. Is he affecting the game to the point where it's like, damn, son, I wish we had RJ in the game? No, because people were saying that Phoenix didn't have Devin Booker, but then when you bring up the fact that but RJ was out, they get mad. They get mad. So that means that the people in their heart really don't believe in RJ Barrett like that. And now if you look at it, we're playing San Antonio. We're not playing like, damn, son, if we had RJ, no. I don't get that vibe. I don't get that vibe. Yo, if you had RJ, I don't get that vibe. Because we still would be in the same boat right now, probably. It's not like if we had RJ, we would be smoking these guys by 20. You know, shit is crazy. Let me just catch up. I see Bricks Nation here. We playing too soft on D. Yeah, it's like the same situation as the last game. We kind of just like let them come in here and let them do what they want, and thinking that we could just lock them in, and then they got confidence, and then we just couldn't stop. So we're very toting the line right now. We're toting the line between that last game. Right now, San Antonio, if you want to talk about quarter to quarter, they're scoring 23-14 right now for the Knicks. So the Knicks got to put a cap on that shit. Go on a nice run right now. Make some stops and go on a quick little run to get this back even in this quarter. Wow. So I like Jericho Sims' ability to bang on the inside with these guys there. It definitely helps out. He's going to get extended minutes with Mitchell Robinson out. So something happened to Mitchell Robinson. Anybody knows what happened to him in the chat? I definitely missed it. I don't know what happened to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is out right now. So here we go. We got Trey Jones. Ooh, crossover on Brunson, man. Stuck him there. Gives it up to number 7. 7 pulls up for 3. Who is number 7? Number 7, that is Josh Richardson. Notorious Nick Killer Josh Richardson. Brunson kicks it out to IQ. IQ back to Julius. Back to Brunson. Nick's doing a freaking weave right now for no reason. Crossover around Randall. Runs on top of the key, just gives it back to Randall. Like the Knicks are not doing anything but playing hot potato around the perimeter. What's the offense right now? So they went 1-on-1, and Randall does a nice little floater that he does there. So that's becoming a patented shot. It's a shot that's not reliable or whatever, but he's been making that shot. That's something that he goes to that he feels confident that he can get the shot off here. Watch him do his little fakes and stuff. Fakes, drives in, comes in, and settles for that little. It's not even. It's like a shot put kind of thing going on there. You know what I'm saying? So he's comfortable making it. So it's not the best shot. So the Knicks up right now as he hits the free throw, 58-55. 1 minute and 23 seconds left. So I mean, gotta fix this here. Having a little bit of issues with lagging right now. So hopefully everything stays smooth as time goes on. Number 7, Josh Richardson's looking around. Josh Richardson back to Trey. Trey stops and drops, gives it off to Keldon. Keldon drives. They got Keldon listed as 6'5", right? Or 6. How tall is Keldon? They got Keldon as a small forward listed. Yeah, 6'5". He's definitely 6'5". So him matching against Grimes, they're very similar body type. So in the NBA, you can get away with playing with a 6'5" guy at small forward. That's essentially what Keldon Johnson is. So what's this? Oh, they call San Antonio ball. So I mean, did the referee change it? It looks like the referee changed. They might have changed it. Let me see. So Quentin Grimes gets the rebound there, and passes it, and hits it off of what's the name out of bounds. So let's see if the referee calls the correct call. Yes, so they did. They did call the correct call. So here comes the Knicks here. Brunson brings up the ball here on the right-hand side. He's looking, waiting for a dribble handoff, fakes it. Now he's posting up, goes all the way on the inside. Nice little floater with the left hand. JB smooth. Puppy power. Scrappy Doo. Trey Johnson, I don't know what he was doing there. Trey Jones, excuse me. Nice little floater there on the inside. Here goes Brunson. Brunson gets it to IQ. IQ stops. IQ should have blasted off to the basket. See, IQ doesn't know when to stop or go or nothing. So here we go. We're gonna have like basically a last second shot. There's a 5-second shot on differential on the shot clock and game clock. Brunson left hand side, dribbling crossed over. He's forcing it on the inside here. Nice little patented thing. That's what he's in his office. Pulls up at the dotted line in the corner. It's good. 62-55. So the Knicks are doing what I asked. They said, let's clean it up. Let's just try to get this even to finish off the quarter. As Quentin Grimes gets a steal and then launches it. Does that? Oh man, that would, I think that would have counted. So the Knicks got themselves together to clean up that quarter. So the Knicks lost the quarter 26-23. So that's not so bad. 26-23 is a little bit of revenge for San Antonio in that quarter. But we basically traded buckets. Run here, run here. San Antonio went on a run earlier. The Knicks went on a run late. So that basically cleaned up the end of that quarter there. But the first quarter is the tail of this game, 39-29. Knicks got to be careful, because if we get 26-23 again, San Antonio will be right there. And if we lose another quarter, then that's the game. So Knicks got to be very careful, man. So, I always like to look at games quarter to quarter. if we could win certain quarters or whatever, as far as momentum and how we're dictating the game and stuff like that. But let's get into the halftime report, man. I don't know what's going on with NBA.com. I had the score there. There it goes, 60-55. That's not correct. It's 62-55. So NBA.com is having issues today. All kind of issues with this with the freaking system. Let's check out the summary again, like I was saying with the quarters. See the first quarter, 29 to 39. That's the tail of the game right there. San Antonio came on strong in that second quarter, like I said, 26-23. So right, so far so good. It's a good ball game. Let's get into the summaries. I mean the game charts and stuff like that. Get into the game charts. Scroll down. This is the shot chart for each team. Left hand side is San Antonio. So San Antonio, they've been judging by this. You can see that they're doing more fast breaks. They're not running too much offense. Not a lot of kicks to the corner. Everything's coming up the middle. If you look at the shot chart, it's on the left hand side here. Shot chart on the left hand side, you can see everything is up the middle. So a lot of top of the key threes, a lot of foul line jump shots, a lot of shots at the rim. So San Antonio's been basically their offense has basically been fast breaking style. So let's take a look at the pace right now. 48 shots on 52. Knicks actually put more shots up on the ball, but if you look at the Knicks shot chart, it's more of a traditional Knicks offense going on here. You can see the Knicks have a little bit of forward movement on the shot chart, but most of it is just spread around all over the place. So Knicks are getting any shot that they want. They just need to clean it up, man. They're shooting 42% right now. San Antonio is also shooting 42%. Let's scroll it down here. Biggest lead, 13 for the Knicks. Longest run, 13. All these numbers here indicate a close game. Let's take a look at the side charts here. You got 27 rebounds to 37. Knicks are dominating that. 13 assists to 8. San Antonio's dominating that. That attributes to the fast break game too. So we'll get to that in a second. Knicks are up 5-1 steals. That's all Quentin Grimes and IQ. So defensively, that if you like stats and stuff like that, IQ and Brunson, excuse me, IQ and Grimes are helping out with that. Attributing to getting guys open for those steals, Deuce and stuff like that. So we'll look into that too when we look at the individual stats. Turnovers, Knicks are not turning the ball over. 5 turnovers in the first half. 9 turnovers with San Antonio, so that's kind of high for a Popovich team. Shooting percentage is about even. 3-point percentage is about even, and free throw percentage is about even. Let's check out the three main things here. The Knicks are dominating points in the paint, 24-18. Not really dominating, but we're winning. Second chance points, 12-6, and fast break points surprisingly is even, 2-2. So San Antonio's been taking advantage of the Knicks' mistakes. Maybe I don't know what dictates fast breaks and stuff like that, but San Antonio did score a lot in transition. So I don't know fast break points. I don't know how they determine that stuff, but watching the game, I thought I saw a lot more fast break points than they're giving credit here. But that's interesting. Let's get into the box score. We got box score stuff here. Like I said, we always got to wait for the freaking thing to jump. So should we do that? Let's just wait for it to jump. So I'm looking at highlights and stuff. This guy Brunson. Brunson is the engine that keeps on ticking, man. He's the face of the team. He's basically the pulse of the team. Julius Randle is very similar. They play off each other very well. Like RJ and Randle have been playing with each other for like 3 years now. 3 years? They've been playing with each other for 3 years. They don't have the rapport that Julius and Brunson has in one season. You know what I'm saying? And just who makes who better? Brunson has absolutely made Julius better, in my opinion. And then playing off of Julius, I think Julius and Brunson definitely play well off of each other. I think they feed off of each other. So that's good to see. So we're seeing the blueprint of what our team really is, and how we go forward and build with this squad. It just remains to be seen. The front office has their work cut out for them. They have to gather the data. They have to figure out what works for them. Like I said, building from within. I think, like I said, getting RJ back here, having coming off the bench with Fournier, keeping Fournier in the rotation, extending that rotation back to 10, having Jericho Sims, be situational with Hartenstein, let them both be situational, let Deuce be situational, and give the minutes to all the rest of the players. So we got 3 players in a 10-man rotation that's situational. And you basically got what's that, 7 guys that are truly in, the main rotation where they're all getting 30 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying. So I think that's what we need to do. So I didn't see no jump here. So this you guys already see the scores on the screen here. But Keldon Johnson 7 and 5, he's a decent player, man. 1 from 5 from the field. This guy Jeremy Socam, he has skills, man. He's going to be something. I don't know what that something is, but he has a lot of skills there. I'm not sure if he's a power forward, but he has some skills. Jacob Paleto, I can't pronounce his name. I love this guy. He's a really good basketball player. 7 rebounds, 6 assists. 6 points, excuse me, 1 assist, 1 block. He does everything. He's not a dominant, Embiid kind of guy, but he's just one of those centers that you just put him out there and just let him fuck shit up. Very good play, very tough, man. I would love to have him on the Knicks. Trey Jones is a decent backup point guard. A lot of moves, able to see the floor very well, make shots, make layups, and that type of thing, just like his brother. So he's very valuable there at the point guard spot. Romeo Langford, they got him listed both ways, shooting guard and point guard. But NBA, as we know, NBA.com doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Romeo Langford has the potential to be somebody more than what he's been showing. I think he had like 20 something in the last game. And in this game, he's back down to earth for 6 minutes, 1 for 2, 2 assists, right? 2 rebounds. Not much else going on there for Romeo Langford. He does have 5 points though. What else we got going on here? Uh, you got Zach Collins. I'm a fan of his as well. He doesn't have any rebounds, but he's perfect from the field with 7 points. Josh Richardson, the notorious Knicks killer. For some reason, he plays really well when he plays against the Knicks. Getting a player like Josh Richardson might help also. How much would that help? I don't know, but I mean, if you're talking about just adding another NBA starter, I'm not sure if Josh Richardson would be that guy. But I'm just throwing stuff at the wind. The savior is not coming to help us. But we gotta figure out how we can make this team better. So anyway, speaking of that, they went and signed Stanley Johnson, and Stanley Johnson is becoming a fixture here in San Antonio under Greg Popovich. So he might actually find a home here in San Antonio and stick around. Shout out to Doug McDermott. He had a nice little dunk, earlier on in the game, driving baseline and stuff. So he still could play. He's on the wrong team. He's like 31 now. So I'm quite sure he probably would love to go play for a team that can give him meaningful minutes. Let's get into some Knicks stuff, man. I wasted too much time in San Antonio. Quentin Grimes kind of quiet, but playing a good game out there still. 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from three. The points, the rebounds, and the steals. He has 2 steals, but the impact in the game is way beyond these numbers that he's putting up tonight. So that just shows how good of a player he is. Julius Randle's not shooting well, but he's definitely pounding San Antonio tonight. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He's done for the night, basically. 21 minutes of action. Mitchell Robinson, I don't know what happened to Mitch. If anybody knows, put it in the chat what happened to Mitch, man. I missed that. Brunson having a really good game, bounce back game, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. So shooting wise, he's having a really good game today. Emmanuel quickly, erratic as ever, but he's been playing decent basketball for us. When he gets caught out there playing point guard, it just doesn't work for us. So we got ourselves in trouble when IQ was the point guard for a stretch, and then the Knicks finally got it back. Hartenstein gave us some good solid minutes today. Very scrappy. Same with Deuce McBride, but as you can see, Deuce McBride doesn't give us any stats. Also check out Fournier, no stats there either. So even Fournier, like I said, Fournier might not be that 30 minute guy anymore, but still, him being out there as a decoy or somebody that you think could shoot and that type of thing, he's valuable to us for the moment until we can figure out what kind of trade we can make. Jericho Sims, same thing. Beast out there. He's basically him and Hartenstein basically got to pick up the slack for Mitchell Robinson not being there. So he gave us some good minutes, 12 minutes, 6 rebounds. Just a good player, man. I really enjoy him, man. He's a very tough guy. Once he becomes self-aware too, he'll be something special. So that's the halftime report. Did a lot of talking there. Get the score up here. So we're having issues a little bit with NBA.com as we always do. We're taking a look at Memphis. Memphis destroyed Charlotte. Charlotte's without their top scorer too. So then they had a lot of injuries. They still got a lot of good players over there. So I mean, if there's a team that might want to scout their roster, let's since we're here, man. Let's just take a quick look at Memphis. I'm not going to put it up on the screen, but I'll just read it off here. Take a look at what happened in Memphis. Just basically scouting that Charlotte team. So scouting that Charlotte team. Guys are healthy. I think I saw the Ball brothers there. Lonzo Ball is back. He had 20 and 11, 20 points, 11 assists. So he's back. PJ Washington, he is what he is. Terry Rozier is over there. He had 10, 3 and 3. Jaden McDaniels had 16 and 7. Plumlee's been eating over there, while guys have been hurt. 4 points, 8 rebounds. He's been doing his thing. I think he had a really big game the other day. I forgot what his stats were, but they have various other players too that barely play, or that are hurt. Shout out to Gordon. Gordon Hayward is hurt again. Shout out to the other dude. I can't think of his name. My man with the funny hair. What the hell is his name? But people were talking about him being a trade candidate for the Knicks. But I mean, that's one team that probably could be scalped. Shout out to Miles Bridges too. I don't know what's going on with him. Since we're waiting, let me do a quick Google search of Miles. Let's just do that. I'll do that live right in front of you guys. Let's do a search for Miles Bridges. I know he's been having problems with you know, domestic dispute where he allegedly beat the hell out of his kid's mother. I really hope that didn't really happen. I'm hoping that there's something foul play there. But if he really did do that, man, I hope this guy never. I hope this guy goes to jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he's too big, too arrogant as well with the way that he raps and stuff like that. More cares about that rapping lifestyle than his NBA lifestyle. So that those are all red flags. But I mean, if this guy's available, what I'm saying, he wanted to be a Nick. If he's available, him coming to the Knicks, coming off the bench is exactly what we're looking for, in my opinion. Or maybe even starting for the Knicks. I think that's exactly what we're looking for. 20-point a game scorer that can do everything. That'd be very interesting. So I'm just looking at it. Hornets refute report of contract discussions with Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges may not be returning to the Charlotte Hornets after all. Hornets deny being engaged in talks. So they're basically denying the fact that they're engaging in talks with him. But I didn't click anything. I really don't know what's happening with him as far as the allegations and stuff like that. So I don't see nothing about that. They're only talking about his contract. So it's very interesting. If you don't want to be in Charlotte anymore, if you want to get out of Charlotte and move to New York or something like that, yeah, I don't know if Leon Rose and those guys will be interested in that, man. But this is a big time talent. Greedy as a sports fan to try to get sneaky talent in here for the cheap. That's all I'm really thinking about at the moment, man. But like I said, if this guy, if there's proof that he did something or maybe made somebody do that, I just can't even think of anything, man. I just don't want to think about that. What else we got going on here? Shout out to Survey. Survey made some big points yesterday, man. Shout out to Survey. Shout out to everybody here, man. Shout out to Holcomb. Quite a few great guys here that always pop in the chat to say what's up. Bricks Nation. So just simply foul trouble, man. That's odd. Just simply foul trouble, Mitchell Robinson. That's incredible. So I'm trying to find the stats now. So I don't have it on the screen, but I'm just looking at Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, he did have 3 fouls. So the 3 fouls is what kept him out the game. That's crazy to me. And thank God we have 2 centers that we can go back to and actually play those guys. But at the same time, if Mitchell Robinson was in the game, would we be winning more? It's like, oh man, Mitchell Robinson. No, it's like Mitchell Robinson isn't playing, and people have to say, hey, what's wrong with Mitchell Robinson? Because you have to just think about it. Hey, what's going on, Mitchell Robinson? It's not like, damn, son, we need Mitchell Robinson. Put Mitchell Robinson in. I don't think anybody's ever said that. That's why I get into it on Dope Soul. Shout out to Steph. Steph goes, oh, wow, and all that stuff. But I don't think people are really listening to what I'm saying. Like the idea of Mitchell Robinson being a good defensive player, yeah, I can monologue and talk about how good of a defensive player that he is. But when it comes to our team and what's going on, like I said, it's like day in and day out. Like a day like today, like it's oh man, do we need Mitch for that second half? No. Same thing with RJ. Oh man, if we had RJ, I don't think the game is dictating itself that way. You know what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is, man. People like to monologue the same thing over and over again. Oh, but Mitchell Robinson plays defense. He's one of the best offensive rebounds in the league. Yeah, okay. But when he's not in the game, do we miss him? You know? Would you rather have him? Yes, on the team. Yes, you would rather have Mitchell Robinson on the team doing what he does. You don't just want to delete him off the team. Of course not. But I mean, if we can get better moving off of Mitchell Robinson in a trade, it wouldn't hurt us that much. As a team, as a Knicks, as a team, it wouldn't hurt us as much. Would it hurt fans' feelings if that was to happen? Yes. But is that the same thing as the team actually doing something? So it is what it is, man. But like it's too much time wasted on a bum ass player like Mitchell Robinson. That's a one trick pony. He is good. Like I said, I can't even get to the point where I can say yes, the guy, whatever. He intimidated DeAndre Aiden in Phoenix. But in a game like today, what would he do? He's back in the game now. He's back there playing defense there. So here he goes. So he goes getting the rebound. So I mean, him getting the rebound there, with him in the game, would anybody else have gotten that rebound? It's just weird. People use the beast word and all that stuff, and then they want to get mad at me. I don't know, man. You know, just Brunson. I mean, you guys are my guys. So you guys know what my thought process with Mitch Robinson is, and you know why I say what I say. About him. But it's so socially acceptable to talk like you talked about Julius like pure dog shit, and it's totally socially acceptable to talk shit about Fournier too. Totally socially acceptable, man. But you say anything about these Golden Boys that's on this roster, and people go crazy. Oh, you're not a real Knicks fan, but so like you dogging Randall to that degree and dogging Fournier to that degree. Are you a Knicks fan? It's like, man, shut up. Cut that bullshit out. It's like it's so corny to me. So corny. Or when I talk about these players, I'm talking in a manner of how we can get better as a team. I want the Knicks to get better. I don't give a damn about anybody else. Here goes Mitchell Robinson and Brunson. The Knicks keep doing the same thing. Keep trying to give Mitchell Robinson these impossible alley oop passes there, where they should do is just shoot the ball. If Mitchell Robinson is this great offensive rebounder, then put the ball on the rim and let him do his thing. Just now, Trey Jones just shook Mitchell Robinson out of his socks there, as Grimes just hits a 3-point shot in transition. Knicks up 67 to 60, 67 to 57. So I mean, Mitchell Robinson was out the whole first half. So excuse him, he has to get warmed up. He has to get warmed up to be able to catch an alley oop. You know, or to play defense. His only job out there. We scroll down. Shout out to Shaw, man. Everybody always salute Shaw up in here, man. But I'm watching you, Shaw. I'm watching you, Shaw. Thanks for popping up in here. Green Grand, he said, like I said, consistency. We got to have that in order to stay ahead of the Spurs. Absolutely, we got to stay on our P's. Definitely got to stay consistent. Consistency is the only thing that we have. We don't have that pure star player that we could just give the ball to and let them take over. Taking over the game is the Knicks not being consistent. That's what that is. That's when the other team could take over the game, and the Knicks. That's when the Knicks get in trouble. So Grimes gets fucked up just now, and they didn't call anything. But Brunson finished that up with a nice wide open 3-point shot. So the Knicks are swishing and dishing right now. 70 points right now. Good defense again by Julius Randle. Block shot at the rim. Mitchell Robinson gives it to IQ. IQ brings the ball up the court. So here goes IQ. He passes the ball back to Brunson, and Brunson keeps it and makes IQ a spectator. So this is what you do. Look at Brunson knocks Trey Jones to the floor, pulls up for three, no good. So I mean, Brunson, the difference between Brunson and IQ is just night and day. At least Brunson is in his office. IQ is kind of just all over the place. That's the difference there. So that's a blocking foul. Brunson was definitely moving. So 70 to 60. And Brunson needs to start wearing that armor stuff. I know he got a sleeve on his arm, but he might need to wear the pads on his stomach and stuff like that. The different pads that say like Dwayne Wade used to wear, those David pads. He needs to start wearing some armor out there. Okay, we have a name here that I've never seen before. He got Glenwill Belandres. He said, "Do the Knicks play basketball or winning basketball?" Um, okay, do the Knicks play a winning style of basketball? Yes. The issue with the Knicks is that we just don't have like the high level talent, shot creators and that type of thing, to make things look cleanly. So the Knicks, what did the Knicks do? The Knicks are a very scrappy team. They have their identity is playing scrappy and physical and just constantly working. All of our, even if we get blown out, our guys are always playing hard, man. So do the Knicks play basketball or winning basketball? That's a good question. We play good basketball. I would say that we play good basketball. Is it winning basketball? Sometimes it could look like really, really good winning basketball. We won eight games straight, and then we started losing, due to injuries or whatever else was happening. That's not an excuse. But as you can see, we win 8 straight, we can lose 5 straight. Now we're on another game winning streak now where we won 2 in a row. Now could be possibly 3 in a row if we could stick this and beat San Antonio. We'll be 3 in a row. So we're gonna be up and down all season, man, and this is who we are. So can we cross it over into playing winning basketball? I think so. I think we're like a cleanup of the rotation away, getting healthy, and then possibly like making that key trade, making a nice savvy trade, a lucky trade, or whatever you want to say, and then possibly making another acquisition. After we make a trade and clean and get some contracts off the roster, adding some other guys, vets to the roster that might tighten things up too. So that's all interesting. There's quite a few guys that is available. Everybody talks about Melo, but another guy that's available that's in great shape that I've been following him on social media is DeMarcus Cousins. So DeMarcus Cousins, right now, next one, what we need DeMarcus Cousins for? Because don't you guys hate Hartenstein so much? Everybody hates Hartenstein, right? So if we had Cousins coming off the bench, instead of Hartenstein, what would you say? What would you say then? You know, because DeMarcus Cousins does the same thing Hartenstein does, except that at times DeMarcus Cousins could look like the old DeMarcus Cousins. Do we need him to do that for 40 minutes? Will Tom Thibodeau make him play 40 minutes? That's some weird shit there to think about. But just to have DeMarcus Cousins and Mitch on the team together as center, that's incredible. Now, for me, there's somebody that always talks badly about Mitch and this, that, and the other. I just said DeMarcus Cousins and Mitch together makes us a really good team. So I can still talk as much shit as I want to about Mitchell Robinson, but I can also acknowledge the fact that if he's on the team, he's still gonna help us win. He still brings something to the table that can help us win. Yeah. So here goes. I got into an argument on Steph's show about Mitchell Robinson being able to make a layup. So just now he just got the rebound. Just now I'm at the 8 minute and 30 second mark. Right, he got the rebound and he jumped up to dunk it, and he couldn't do it. So he ended up laying it in, but he almost missed it. He kind of like stuffed it in, kind of. So that's what I'm talking about. Mitchell Robinson can't simply just make a layup. If he can't dunk it, he doesn't know what to do. And it's a fact of life because it literally just happened just now. It's a fact of life, but people want to argue and say that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm off base and all that. But people go to other people's channels and they can say what the fuck they want to say. They can say what they want to say. But people don't watch games like we watch games. We watch these. You guys been watching this game with me for a few seasons now. Everybody here, Shot Powers survey, Harlem CEO. Everybody. You guys been watching these games with me, and these watch-alongs for a couple seasons now. So we all see the same shit because I point it out every single time. We all see the same shit. So fans of other channels that they're not watching the games like we watching them. And that's just a fact. Yeah, Dylan Brooks would be great, but I think he might get his freaking number retired in Memphis, man. He's like a fixture over there. They love him. They love each other out there in Memphis, and it's a good look for them. So I think that Dylan Brooks right now for the time being, he's just a part of that crew. I don't think he'll ever leave that team. So he's very valuable to them. He's definitely a big part of what they do over there. Brunson pulls up for three off a screen from Mitchell Robinson. He misses it. Here comes Trey Jones. So the Knicks are in a situation now where we made a couple mistakes here where San Antonio could probably take advantage of it. Cross court passes here. San Antonio's getting themselves in trouble. Still 12 seconds on the shot clock after doing nothing there. Keldon Johnson pulls up for three and knocks it down, man. Shit. So like I said, fast. This is a little momentum shift here for San Antonio. They're kind of getting a little thing here. But I mean, if the Knicks could calm down and get their offense going, then is this little hint of a run for San Antonio will be nothing. It's up to the Knicks though. Brunson, he gets the ball, stops on a dime, man. He's gotta have some sticky tape on his feet. Nice little spin move there. Gets it to Grimes. Grimes comes in there with a nice little layup, knocks it in. So good offense there by the Knicks here. Julius Randle gave up the baseline. Mitch Robinson had to come in there to help, and he gets caught with a foul. So Mitch Robinson has 4 fouls at the moment. Yeah, so I mean, good question there, my man. You got Dylan Brooks there. Yeah, I wish we can get a player like Dylan Brooks. Like, not for nothing, the prototype player that we possibly could use is that Dylan Brooks. Dylan, a prototype like that. The type of player. Getting a Dylan Brooks is exactly what the doctor would order right now for us. Then that would be great. Yeah, that I do know that he is about to be a restricted free agent. One thing about him over there, they are talking about him that he has poor shot selection. So that's interesting. So from every time I've seen him, I thought he played well, but over there, I've seen them write that he has poor shot selection. Also too, him being hurt, he was hurt a couple times. But, it is what it is. Robinson or Harrell? I still would prefer Robinson because Harrell, they got him playing. They got Harrell playing center only because he can't shoot the three. If Harrell could shoot the three, then he wouldn't be a center. He would be a power forward. But they got him at center because he can't shoot the three, which is like atrocious. That's just the way the NBA is now. But is Harrell a good player? Harrell can score, but he gets in trouble when he plays against taller players and that type of thing. He's kind of like a novelty, whatever. So I mean, would I want Harrell on this Knicks team? Yes, actually. Like if we had Harrell coming off the bench behind Mitchell Robinson, I think that I mean, but not behind Mitchell Robinson, just coming off the bench as a forward coming off the bench, backing up Julius and stuff like that. I think that would work. We simply need somebody that's capable of scoring, capable of being an NBA starter for us. You know what I'm saying? Guys like San Antonio or not San Antonio, Philly. They have guys like Harrell that are just sitting on the bench. They got guys like what's the name, Drummond out there that just sitting on the bench. Guys that still could give you 17 and 10 if you put them out there. DeRozan, not DeRozan, Drummond, Andre Drummond didn't just forget how to play. If you start Drummond and give him 30 minutes a game, he's gonna have 17 and like 12. Because I don't even think Drummond is 30 years old yet. He's not hurt. He didn't lose a step or anything like that. He just fell out of the league because he can't shoot the three. And that's just a fact. That's so corny. He's also the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen. But he still can produce. Shout out to Savvy D. What's good, Savvy? Savvy is the man. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a no-brainer. Definitely Mitchell Robinson over Harrell. Even though I say whatever I want to say about Mitchell Robinson, I acknowledge the fact that Mitchell Robinson, I'd rather have him over Harrell. Absolutely. All right, let me see what I can do, man. It's tricky, man, because I'm on a computer, so I gotta play a whole bunch of games here. Shout out to Savvy. Oh my God, we did try to talk about Trey Young too. The Knicks don't need a point guard though. Can we if we got Trey Young, would that help us out? I'm not sure if it will help us out, but you bringing in a guy that scores like 25 and gets 8 assists and stuff. Doesn't really shoot the three with good percentages though. To tell you the truth, but somebody like that can come in and do that. Just to be that extra scorer. Of course, that's going to help us out. Shout out to Ross Strickland. Look at that. There's a lot of stars in the out there today. Ross Strickland still looks great, man. Physically, he looks like if he got in there, he can give the Knicks 10 minutes. Yeah, but Trey Young, there's quite a few teams that could use a point guard. So shout out to like the Bulls. Like the Bulls don't have a point guard. They got Lonzo Ball there, but Lonzo Ball is really a shooting guard. So let's say if they was to trade Trey Young for this guy Zach Levine, then that would make more sense. Then you got Zach Levine and the other kid, DeJounte Murray out there. That's kind of ill. DeJounte Murray and Zach Levine in the backcourt. And then you put Trey Young on the Bulls with DeRozan. The balance, it makes more sense now. And now the team actually has a real point guard. So teams might be thinking this way. Teams might actually be thinking that way. You never know. You know. So this is Mike K. Shout out to Mike K. Man. Robinson have a game to forget. He has a game to forget every other game. He did have a nice stretch though. I will say that Mitchell Robinson. I'm going to say the last maybe 5 or so games, four games or so. He's been playing well statistically. And actually I'm not going to say that. Give him credit. He's been playing good for the last 4 games or so. But Mitchell Robinson will just pop up with one of these games where he just Mr. Irrelevant out there. Can't do anything right. And then, but either way, whether if Mitchell Robinson is playing really well or if he's not playing well, it doesn't make a difference. Like I said, he's not playing well. He's having a game to forget. But is it making a difference right now? It's not really making a difference. So if Mitchell Robinson plays well or not, like I said, it's not helping us either way. Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard. So I mean, Luke Kennard is like a tweener, a small forward shooting guard. Not quick enough for a shooting guard. Not strong enough for a small forward. The dude can shoot. He got some skills and stuff. But Kennard and Fournier, what's the difference? You know, maybe Luke Kennard might have a little bit more energy coming here. Fournier right now is being kind of disrespected, so his timing is off. So that type of thing. But between those two players, what's the difference? You know, yeah, Harrell is garbage, man. But Harrell's averaged 18 points before. He's averaged double figures in scoring before. 6 rebounds, that type of thing. So he's a serviceable player. But the thing is, you don't get Harrell to be your main guy or to ask him to come in here to be a main guy. He's a bench guy. He's a 10th man guy. Eighth guy off the bench. You know, he's in your rotation. You know, yeah, Anthony Mason would be dope. I miss Anthony Mason a lot. Just having just the luxury of having somebody like that just pop up on your screen sometimes just to hear him talk. That's something that's sorely missed out there. Shout out to Kobe Bryant. Guys like that, it doesn't have to be on the stature of Kobe Bryant, but like just missing guys like that you just don't randomly get blessed with like their presence on the screen. You just don't get that anymore. So that's what you miss. Look at Julius, man. Julius got some springs. He's been jumping, jumping, jumping. You know, he might have hurt himself a little bit trying to get up there. Got hit in the face. Let me see, Dr. Mike. I call him the Mike Doc. Is Lonzo Ball a point guard? That's a good question. Is he? You say Lonzo Ball is a point guard. Is Lonzo Ball a point guard? He's more of a facilitator. Point guard, not so much. Maybe earlier in his career in LA, he might have resembled one. But a point guard that can't get into the paint, it's just not a point guard. A point guard that can't get into the paint, suspect handle, not really like that great of a ball handler to be a point guard. He's a shooting guard. He's a very good passing shooting guard. 3-and-D shooting guard. Very good passing 3-and-D shooting guard. You know, I would love to have him on the Knicks. So I mean, I'm not dissing him. Number 33, Trey Jones. Trey Jones is nice, man. The Jones brothers, both of his brothers, the brother that's on Memphis and this guy here in San Antonio. Those guys are really good. You want to talk about backup point guard? Trey Jones will be a really good backup point guard for the Knicks, man. He's really good. Hartenstein being a little bit too slick with the passes. All the Knicks are. They call travel on quickly, man. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Oh man, what was I was? Oh, I forgot what I was doing. I like to see what words or symbols Mason was shaving to the side of his head. I don't know. Mason actually was bald. So I mean, towards the end of his time on the earth, he was a little bit bald. So I don't think he would have anything shaved in there. Like I said, I actually go to his barber. So I go to his old barber. So what garbage player do I want on the Knicks? So I don't know who I said Almighty, right? But like people, I get in arguments with people all the time. You want garbage players on the Knicks, but at the same time, a lot of people fight to the death for garbage players that are already on the Knicks. You know, people fight to the death for garbage players that are already on the Knicks. Yeah, it is what it is. Savvy man, you got me doing all this shit, man. Savvy just sent me a picture. The dance cam. Oh no. Are you in the picture? Are you there? Oh yeah, yeah. He said meme material for you since he says since I'm not on social media, he just is meme material. He just sent me a picture of somebody doing the dance cam. Oh yeah, yeah. Savvy, you got me doing all this shit here, man. So the third quarter is coming to an end. It's been a long third quarter, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 82 to 79. So it's been an up and down kind of thing. San Antonio hasn't been able to. You see, look what you did. Look what you did, Savvy. Look what you did, Savvy. You got the feedback thing going on here because I'm trying to get you on the stream. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, man. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it because the feedback is too crazy. Let me say 84 to 79. 3 minutes left. Like I said, it's a long thing. And like that 30 seconds just went by. It seemed like it was an eternity. Josh Richardson there tools up. Was that Josh Richardson? For some reason, Josh Richardson, just gets up to play the Knicks, man. So far, Josh has 20 points. He's kicking our ass. There's always somebody that the Knicks always allow to do something, and Josh Richardson is the one that's keeping them in the game. 8 for 12 from the field, 2 for 4 from three, so he's 23-3. He got 20 points in 3 quarters. It's crazy. So if he was just doing what's Josh Richardson doing this year for his stats? He's averaging 10 points per game. So if he had 5 points right now, the Knicks would essentially be up by 15. If you go by that logic. So stopping on my guy's Mitch's reputation. I mean, but his reputation precedes himself, right? Is that the right wording? Mitchell Robinson's reputation is already fucked already. But people call him a beast and stuff like that. Today's game is not necessarily is it a beast game he's having right now? Even though he was in foul trouble, he still got 12 minutes, 4 points, 4 rebounds, no blocks, no steals. You know, is that beast mode? I don't know. Is that beast mode? Oh no! Whoa! Yo, your boy is back in the gym. So I'm here lifting my weights and stuff now. Back into lifting weights. I'm in Planet Fitness, so it's technically not really lifting weights. I'm doing machines and stuff at the moment, trying to get the juices flowing. I got my supplement thing regimen going on. I'm eating on a deficit, so I'm already losing weight to begin with, but I'm trying to tighten up. I'm getting the proteins up, so I can make sure I don't lose muscle. Getting the proteins up. I got my other supplements popping here. My secret stash of stuff that I got, to try to keep the muscle from wasting while I'm losing weight. And like I said, hopefully, man, I'll be doing the podcast chest naked in the summertime, man. We'll see. My dream, not for nothing, is to get back on the basketball court, man. I want to get back on the basketball court again. Like I said, I'm over 40, man, so I'm old enough to get in the over 40 leagues. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be interesting, man. Just to pull up in the old over 40 league, that means I've arrived. OG talk there. Julius Randle there with the one-handed floater. I like it. He keeps going to it. I feel like he's been working on that. In the summertime, he actually was working on that shot. So if he's been working on it, it's all good. Just like Patrick Ewing said, how long you been working on that shot? When? When were you working on that shot? I actually did see Julius working on that shot. So, if he's been working on it, let him shoot it. 88 to 86, 1 minute and 44 seconds left. 42, 41. What I can do, Sav, is this. And I could just do that. The hell with it. I could do that. I don't, Almighty, I don't. I haven't played ball in years. The last time I played ball was in that NBK event where I played one on one against, if you want to call it one on one, against this guy Tony Crow. Me and Tony Crow played one on one, and before that, I haven't played ball in like a long time. I haven't played ball in a long time. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't touched the ball. I was trying to get out there to play, but I wasn't able to. So I still showed up to playing that day without even doing any kind of exercise or anything. So somebody that hasn't dribbled, that hasn't shot the ball, that hasn't done any kind of exercise up until that point actually was pretty good. You know, I'm always trying to work out, but I can never get consistent. Right now, I'm really consistent, so I'm excited to see where this is going to end up. How my hard work is going to end up in a few months from now. But playing basketball, you tell me. For we'll start getting into that once the summertime starts to break. Hopefully I'll be on that trajectory, and I'll be and let's say in March, right? In March when the weather breaks and the parks are back open and guys are playing basketball. You guys let me know if you go play basketball at Mighty Finesse. Let me know where to pull up. I'll pull up and hang out. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull up and hang out on wherever you play. You know. So he said, I'll be guarding Spike Lee. Spike Lee, Spike Lee probably used to play. He used to play. He was back in the days. Look, if you look at Do the Right Thing, he actually was in decent shape at that time. So I'm quite sure he was still playing basketball and stuff like that. But I'm ready, man. You never really lose your jump shot. You don't really usually lose your jump shot. You don't really lose the ability to dribble in place. All the other stuff, being able to move and stuff like that, that's stuff that you have to figure out. But that's according to your fitness and stuff. So right now I'm trying to get my strength back. You can see my titties. I can make my titties jump. I'm trying to get my strength back, get the body fat down. Start working on the mobility. As the summer starts getting here, starts getting a little bit warmer, I'll get outside, start dribbling that basketball, get outside, start hitting the pavement, running, start doing my thing that way. You know, as Julius pulls up, I think I'm behind here. End of the third quarter here, so we definitely at the end of the third quarter, 94-89. As Julius Randle, did he just hit that shot there? I believe he did. So Julius Randle hits the shot that he's talking to himself, trying to get himself motivated. 94-89. Very slow third quarter today. Very slow third quarter. Time is going by really, really slow. So listen, CEO, you wanted to play in Atlantic City. Did you leave a little early? Did you leave early that day? Because quite a few was there. Shout out to Trav B Ryan, the guy that did the theme song for Die Hard Knicks. He was there. He was there with his boy. He had a good time. The guys are cracking on me, man. But they did. What I do like is the guys gave me encouragement. They said, "Oh, not bad for somebody that hasn't played the ball long. You can see that you used to be able to play." Yeah, yeah. I was embarrassed. I can't front. But I'm one of those people that don't care. I don't care about that. Of course, it's not. I'm embarrassed to the point where I'm not out there looking the way I would like to look. But at the same time, I'm not afraid to be in front of the camera because nobody else wanted to. Nobody else was. Everybody else was afraid to play, and Tony Crow wanted to play, and he asked me, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna say no." So I just played him 1-on-1 to hell with it. If I embarrass myself, maybe you say, "Yeah, I embarrassed myself." Do I feel like oh my god, oh my god, I embarrassed myself? No, I don't. I just don't have that. I don't have that anymore. I just don't have that anymore. But that would have been nice, man. Atlantic City. We were thinking about playing twos. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Harlem CEO, you got some height to you. So you guarding still Knicks. Ron would have been nice. Ron is pretty tall. I don't know how tall he is. He's got to be like 6'5". I want to say 6'5". He's pretty tall. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been interesting if we got some things in there. But listen, I'm hoping that by the time we do the next get together like that, I'm hoping that I could be able to play and then make it interesting. Shout out to Legion. Legion is pretty tall too. I want to say Legion got to be like 6'2", maybe even 6'3". He might be closer to 6'3" or something like that. But he's pretty tall. He looks to be in good shape still too. You can see he has a good. Not that I'm staring at him, but he has like a good. Look like he had a good base. His legs look like he plays ball, like he still plays ball consistently. So that'll be interesting, man. If he can really get out there and play some basketball, uh, it would be even nicer to have like a team MBK. You know what I'm saying? Where we go out there and we challenge other people. That would be kind of dope. That's something to think about. As the summertime gets here. I know Sim has been thinking about that. The problem with that is that Sim is in DC. Sim is in the DC area. So we will have to assemble, form like Voltron in order to make it happen. If you were there in Atlantic City, I would beat you all y'all. Yeah, you probably will, and you would get no points for it. You would have beat all of us, and you would have got no points. Sim can play. Sim Russell, he coaches basketball, so he's always around the game. So that's the thing with Sim. Sim got this confidence about him when he plays. Like he's the shit. So that confidence goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? But Sim will give you a good game. Sim could play. He got a nice little he dribbles hard. You know what I'm saying? Dribbles hard, has real good confidence, has a good jump shot. You know, you could tell that he was a point guard. He's good. You can see that if you play twos with him, I'm quite sure he'll probably be a really good passer, that type of thing. This is a elementary question here. Steven Adams. If we had Steven Adams versus Mitchell Robinson, I think that would be an improvement to the team. Just for the simple fact that Steven Adams doesn't really make many mistakes out there. And he knows his job. He's not trying to do anything else out there. He's doing the same thing Mitchell Robinson does, except that he doesn't make the same mistakes that Mitchell Robinson makes all the time. So and he's really strong. Sets super picks. If Julius Randle's getting into a fight, Steven Adams is gonna be right in his face, pulling him away, that type of thing. Mitchell Robinson is not that guy. He's just not gonna do that. So that's the detriment. That's why I don't like Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is supposed to be that guy. So Steven Adams is that guy though. He's not a fighter. I didn't say Steven Adams was a fighter, but Steven Adams will stand there while guys are like shoving. Steven Adams pops in there, people just stop shoving because it's like, what's the use? Steven Adams is gonna pull you away, and that's it. Let me see. Yeah, you left early and went to the gym early, but y'all was still at the hotel. Yeah, that's the problem too, man. We was at the hotel early. But we was waiting outside. We was outside, so we probably just missed you. Me and this other guy was sitting outside in the park. I forgot Money's name. But we were sitting outside the park outside the gym in our cars. So we was waiting. We didn't see Sim, so we just went in there. And then Sim showed up like with 30 minutes before they told us we had to get out of there. So Sim kind of showed up late to the party. Yeah, I stare at everybody. But you want to see mines? I think Almighty Finesse is fiending to see my body, man. Yeah, if I can get my weight down, man, I'm gonna do some chest naked podcasts out there. I think we will do that, man. I think we will do that. MBK summer basketball event. Maybe something that I might host on behalf of MBK type of thing. That'd be kind of cool. Or maybe do some collaboration with other podcasters, or maybe other podcasters will steal our idea and do it before us. You know, but that's something that would be very interesting, man, to get something like that going there for the fans. Not for the podcast. It'll be something for the fans. Something for us to do together. That'd be fun. Because us talking Knicks and stuff like that and getting together and watching games together is cool. That's a whole nother situation where guys are coming to an event where you feel comfortable enough to bring your family. Everybody's chilling. Go play some basketball, talk shit, whatever, and enjoy each other's company, man. That's fantastic, man. That's the next. Oh, my bad, Sav. That's the next evolution. What's good, Savvy?
Yo, what's good? E, how you doing, bro?
Chilling, chilling.
Yo, man. How
How long
about
you was
these
in the
Knicks,
room?
man? Probably like 5 minutes, not
Oh
long at
shit.
all.
It's my bad, man.
No, no, you straight, you straight. I had to do all the settings, configuration, all that.
Okay.
But I love this idea you're talking about, man. About the content creators having teams.
Yeah. You play?
That
You,
would be
you still
fun.
play?
No, it's been a minute for me, and like right as I was getting back into the habit of like dribbling and like trying to get to the court and putting my shots up again, messing my knee up, man.
Oh man.
Like I just work too intensely and severely, like at certain times, to like maintain good physical health over a
Yeah.
long period of time. Like I always stress something, sprain something, pull something. So I'm constantly in recovery, rehabilitating certain body parts and whatever, working out, strengthening. It's an
You know what it
ongoing
sounds like?
process.
You know what it sounds like? A bunch of excuses.
What?
That's what it sounds like. You sound like an old man full of excuses and regrets and shit like that. That's what you sound like.
Hey, y'all hit the first pivot on a crossover and completely lose my shit, bro. Like, like that's the day I'm afraid of. That's the day I'm really scared of. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't want that to happen. I'm over here drinking glucosamine and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to
I
keep
gotta
my joints right.
Yeah, if I could show you all these pills I got here, I got so many fucking pills standing here that I take. It's unbelievable. Just trying to like, get
Hey,
out the house. Not even to play basketball, just to get out the house. I gotta take all these pills.
hey, I bet when you was a teenager, you put a lot of wear and tear on that body, huh?
Yeah, man. You know, I'm
Me,
paying
me
for it
too,
now.
man. Yeah, it comes back to you. It come back.
You know what?
I
You know
had
what?
some fun though. I caught me a few game-winning touchdown passes in my day with no
Okay,
pads.
I got you. You know what I'm afraid of? You know, remember when Charles Barkley jumped up and he landed and his knee just completely shattered? That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of being old like that, playing good, just doing something simple, and then my leg just boom boom, just compound fracture, and I'm like, oh no, that's what I'm afraid
Bro,
of.
for me, like for my era of being an attentive basketball watcher, that's the
Mhm.
Paul George injury.
Oh, that's the worst there.
Bro, I saw that happen live. Like I didn't see the clips after the story came out and he was in the hospital. Like I saw it happen live. I was like, and it was an off-season scrimmage. It wasn't even nothing important.
Yeah.
And it went like oh my god.
it
I
was like
I was
it was just an impact fracture. He impacted and the knee was just gone. I mean, the femur was just gone. That's crazy, man.
I'm sitting there kicking it with the homie. We chilling, watching the talking basketball or whatever. That happened, and we were both speechless. Like for like 10 seconds straight, we were just like looking at each other, like, yo, like what the? Did you see how his leg went? Nah,
Yeah,
man. That's why you gotta get your nutrients. You gotta eat right, stretch, and don't just hit the gym and ISO your desired muscles. Like work on them stabilizing muscles, on that stamina. You
yeah,
feel me? Because it's those small little stabilizing muscles in between. Those are the ones that get tweaked when you overwork.
yeah. You got to be preventive too. Like the bone stuff. Like I cracked my toe. What the hell? Like just stubbing my toe. My toe cracked off, bro. You got your toe like this. My toe said snap, like just like straight off, and it was hanging. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that
Nah,
happen?
man.
That means that I'm missing something. Like I need calcium or something in my stream. So you have to be proactive in those different things, man. Taking your vitamins and staying up on certain things.
Hey, it could be that you just stubbed your toe at exactly the right angle, where
Yeah,
all it took was a little push, man,
yeah,
and you just broke that thing right off
yeah,
like a wishbone. Yeah, nah, that sounds nightmarish. You gotta be careful.
yeah,
Now, the worst thing I ever did was I had like a lot of weight fall on my joint of my big toe on my right foot, and it was like a tennis ball in my foot, like the swelling.
damn,
I had to rehab and everything. I was out for a month from the job. It was rough, man. But like, think about all those little things, and then the fact that some of these guys will play through something like the amount of pain tolerance you gotta have to do that.
yeah.
I marvel at that.
Like shout out to
Like,
Brunson. Brunson's walking around like this. Like everything is hurting him. He just
yeah,
but
yeah,
he
and
still has to
it's
stay hard.
it's dope. It's dope. It's fire. Culture wise, but in terms of longevity, it's a little concerning. But hey, if he's with it, let the man play, bro.
Yeah. But when he gets older, man, he's gonna be walking around with hooks for hands, and he's gonna have like a weird thing with his arm. He's gonna be walking funny like this and shit. His whole life just for this little thing that he's doing to himself now.
Hey, he's gonna be rich as hell the whole time.
It's true too.
They're gonna be hella rich the whole time. You know what I mean? That's JB. He's gonna have the money to get the cyborg arms. It's only a matter of time before they come out with the cybernetic joint.
Yeah,
Which one do you want? Do you want the daily usage, the athletes version? They're gonna have a special like lifestyle brand of synthetic arms. This is for athletes. Do you play baseball or football?
crazy.
They're gonna
And
have different shapes of prosthetic arms for you to play sports with, and they all gonna have Bluetooth on them.
yeah, I think we're gonna live to that point where they're gonna have. We talk about prosthetics. There's gonna be all kind of prosthetics they're gonna have probably, man. By the time we get
It's
older,
gonna get to the. Hey, I'll take it one further. It's gonna get to the point where we just cyberpunk with it. I'm not missing a leg, but that leg looks like better than my leg. So go ahead and take my leg off and put that one on here.
Yeah,
All right, and now I can just jump over this whole building in one bound. Like you're gonna
yeah.
be some Superman out here.
Well, speaking of that, I got this on the screen here. It says this is Mike K. He's been asking like what position would you upgrade in the starting lineup? Anybody would you upgrade
What
or
starter would I upgrade in the starting lineup?
yeah, or is there any how would you improve the team if any way?
The first thing I would do, I would probably upgrade Grimes, man. He's good. He's real dope at what he does, and he's consistent at the things that you need him to do consistently.
Right,
But if we had a true star talent at that position, a true starting level talent, a veteran presence, I'm talking about.
right.
That would be that would be such a great thing for us. But if I wasn't gonna do that, it would have to be either the three or the five, bro.
The three or the five.
Yeah, because there's better threes out there than RJ, even though RJ has great chemistry with this lineup and he can take over the game at certain times, especially if other players are either out injured or underperforming, having a bad game. He does well to like level up his output because he's not as relied upon as he used to be
Yeah,
because of Jalen Brunson being here and the season that Randall's having. So all things considered, you know, could you do better? Yes, but for his age group, for his tenure in the league, I don't think there's a lot more stability out there that is available to us at that position.
yeah.
You
I
know
agree
what I'm
with you.
saying? I heard you talking about DeMarcus Cousins earlier. DeMarcus Cousins, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
But if we're looking for somebody to replace Mitch's defense and bring some offense, I have to wonder at this stage in his life, can he bring that intensity to do that over the long term? I feel like he'll be a guy that you plug in, like February, you, down the stretch, post All-Star weekend,
yep,
and then have him help you close the game out, clinch a playoff seed, and get out of the first round at least.
yeah. I agree with you. But like if we was to get Demarcus, it would just be like after we made a trade. Let's say if we did any of these upgrades, say upgrade the two guard spot or upgrade the three, and we have some roster spots available, then we can start thinking about seeing if we can get some of these older veterans that still got some game, just to fill in there because
Mhm.
they'll just be filling in spots, temporarily.
It's true. It's true. One thing I will say though, imagine if RJ was like a reliable, consistent shooter from outside. That would be like you wouldn't even need somebody who's that much better than him. Just have somebody with a different talent.
Right. So
You
what do you
know,
what do you
if
think about that guy Bogdan from Detroit? I know his defense is not on par with RJ's, but his defense is not all that either. But just to swap them because just the style of play. Bogdan is just
I,
a better shooter, just a better shooter than he is.
a better shooter, yes. I don't know if the impact that he would have would be so strong that it would mitigate what we lose in terms of rapport and chemistry and like
Right.
what's already set in place having RJ there. Like I think if you take any shorts whatsoever and you don't get a large gap of improvement between the two players, then you're at least doing yourself a disservice for the next 10 games at least, because you're gonna still be figuring out the tendencies and strengths and weaknesses of that player coming in. Meanwhile, you're trying to figure out as a team from a system perspective, how do you accommodate for what's been lost in terms of awareness, being on the same page, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Knicks
you know
already
what?
saw that. Yeah.
I, sorry to cut you off. I don't like how this game like we keep on taking it back control
Yeah.
and then giving back control again.
Yeah. So I gotta blame
And
you. I
and
gotta blame you. You're the reason.
and
You're the reason. As soon as you came on here, the Knicks lost the lead. So yeah, we're
nah,
blaming it on you, man.
nah, damn. See, that's not even the impact I wanted to have either. Uh-oh, QG. Okay.
Yeah,
Bring
you
it
got it
back,
back.
baby. Yeah, man. And you know it's a beautiful thing to watch the game in a legitimate fashion because now I'm not like 2 minutes behind you.
Well, what's your timestamp?
I'm 354 right now.
Oh, we right at the same spot.
Yeah, man. Like i- if we're gonna bring in somebody to shoot, I I would look for a guy like, oh man, it's tough. There's not even that much out there.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I just threw him out there because he's on Detroit. So Detroit has no use for him really because they're not trying to win. So he's somebody that could be plucked off a roster if you wanted to get him.
It'd be
Listen,
nice if we could have a guy to come in behind RJ and just be there, and like not have to rotate a player to that position. And then if he starts to look like he needs to be in the lineup with Randall and them to help space the floor and everything, then go ahead and put him in there. I'm not one of those RJ disciples that's gonna be like, there's no way we can do anything rotation wise with him.
yeah. That I was trying to figure out the name on Charlotte is Kelly Oubre. But Kelly Oubre, I think he had like some kind of like knee injury or a leg injury or something like that. He's gonna be out for a minute.
I
Kelly
like
Oubre.
Oubre. I've always like since he was in Washington, I was like, yo, this guy could probably help us out. Um, and he's a veteran presence. Uh, he's got that maturity. He's been in a few different systems and like played in some games and held his own against some guys. I wouldn't be mad at that necessarily. I think a guy like RJ, if you're talking about the trade, like we lose RJ and take Oubre, I think that's something that you do when you're trying to win right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I would
if you're looking at a multi-year process, then you would be giving yourself a short because I don't think Oubre got the same runway left as RJ. Like it's not even a think thing. Like it's just a fact.
yeah. But somebody like him, I'm thinking like a salary dump kind of thing. Maybe throw him a draft pick or something like that, some kind of salary dump, just to get him off the roster. Because I mean, they might need a reset over there. They got a few guys on that roster that's kind of redundant, and then they probably need to hit the draft for a couple more years too over there.
I don't know who is I don't know who Joe Ingles plays for right now, but
Or the
if
Bucks.
if we could have had snatched, if we could have snatched him before he got there and just kept him on like a next affordable contract, that would have been a really sweet move right there.
Yeah.
That would have been a really sweet move right there. Because
It's
I was
definitely
thinking
good.
because I knew he was injured. I think he was like injured, and then he came back to play because we played them and he wasn't there, and I was like, wait a minute, like for a second I thought,
Oh, Sally's gone. We kind of saw that happen, and he was kind of a little bit. Then he came back, and then it popped off. Yeah, Sally just popped in. Yeah, you was drowning for a second, but then you came back, and then it popped off. You can hear?
oh word,
Yeah.
oh my bad, yeah. Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, for a second there, I thought Ingles wasn't on the roster because I wasn't seeing him. But then I realized, like, I don't know if he was injured or sick or what, but he wasn't lacing up for a minute there. And I was like,
Well,
if he was a free agent right now, I'd be like, yo, make that phone call.
he had tore his ACL, I think. He's out for a while.
Ooh,
Yeah, so he finally came
ooh,
back. So I mean, even with the Bucks didn't necessarily need him, but now that he's healthy, he makes that team way better now. Just to have that
yeah,
extra guy out there. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
what the Knicks need. If the Knicks had that extra guy out there, that would just take us. It would just take the stress off of us a little bit.
yeah. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch that much Bucks basketball this season,
Mhm.
but oh man, like sometimes, sometimes basketball is art, man.
Yeah,
Like the way Giannis plays sometimes when he's really in his bag, I'm like, this is a beautiful delivery of basketball prowess. Like it's power and finesse, man. It's just beautiful to watch sometimes. And I'm like, man,
he's like
if
watching
we get
like a deer hopping in the middle. You know what? If you watch it like a deer going hopping like this, like in the middle
bro,
and
you
shit,
know
that's how he
what?
is.
I got that feeling from a player on our roster one time. It was Julius Randle in his All NBA season with us. I think it was his second year as a Knick, and we played an away game against the Mavericks. And he always snap off against the Mavericks, especially in Dallas.
Yeah,
And I was watching him, and I was like, this guy is like lined up, dialed in, and just in the flow of this basketball game. Like he's at harmony with the universe,
yeah.
the way he's playing out there.
He's not. He's getting
So
close to it now. What do you think about that? He's like he don't have the glow yet, but he's getting close to it.
he's he's on pace to do better than he did that season.
Yeah,
Like if he keep on doing what he's doing, and and it's January now, so if we talk about this at the end of the month, and and he hasn't really let his foot off the gas, it's gonna be a really it's gonna we're gonna have to have some conversations
yeah,
about all-star selections and who's really who. It just happens to be that at his position there's so much talent.
yeah. But this year he's right on par with all those guys. You talk about Tatum, they list him as power forward. Is he really a power forward? That type of thing. But I
Right.
mean, as far as
Now
like
they're
this,
playing games with him and Brown over there. Like,
yeah. But stat wise, man, Julius is definitely right there with all those guys. In that conversation.
yo, it's it's beautiful to see, especially after you know all the all the static he had with the fans
Yeah,
at the Garden, which to me I felt like was way overblown. A thumbs down, a little shut the f up in the press conference. I mean, that's the fire that you want out there on the court. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And sometimes a fan needs to shut the f up,
Word up. We tell
like,
people to shut
like
the fuck up all the time, right? Don't we tell people
all
to
the
shut the fuck
time.
up all the time? So
Yo, telling people to shut the f up, inviting them to the Frank stand.
yeah,
Okay, all
yeah,
right,
hmm
okay. My thing is, if you out here spitting that venom, go ahead and receive it. It just so happened that they caught Julius on camera.
right,
Like if that happened at the Rucker, it wouldn't have been no big deal.
right. But too, like the fans did have a opportunity to get him when he played in that game in the Bronx. But the fans, they were being fans. You know, they were like, "Oh, Julius, look at Julius." But all those guys had an opportunity to say all that fly shit that they were saying online about him. He was right there. You know.
Hey, there's that, but there's also the fact that a lot of the people who was outraged about it and like, oh my, how dare he do that? That ain't the same crowd of fans that was out there at the Rucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was not the same crowd. Like some of them probably was talking smack online because they didn't like what he was doing with his game, and they was like just pounding stuff on.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was some sensitivity, outrage. Oh my God, look at the angry black guy telling me to be quiet, type stuff right there.
Yeah.
That's how I read that. That's why I didn't want him to apologize. I'm like, I know you're being diplomatic. Oh, he fouled Brunson. Oh, they're done. That's it.
Well, what's your timestamp now? You have 48 too?
48.8. Yep.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
mean,
he just fouled that boy. That's a wrap.
that should be a wrap. But I mean, we seen that Dallas game. Anything can happen, man. They get a steal, hit a three. Now, oh shit! You know,
I don't know what you're talking about, Eru. I have blocked that out of my memory so thoroughly.
man,
Because
that shit still hurts, man.
let me tell you something. I never got up from where I was sitting and wanted to throw up after
Man.
watching a game. So like I was like I just turned the TV off. I didn't even want to hear the commentary. I was just like, yo, nah, I'm out. I
Yeah,
was oh my God, I was mad. That was
yeah,
a
I was
bad
mad
one.
too. Yeah, that was bad, man. Like after that, my wife had to hold me and rock me to sleep. It's gonna be all right. Fucking look at that.
Yeah, we had the rebound. It was I was just like no. we had hands on the rock and we didn't get it, man. Oh boy. I
Yeah.
was upset, man. That one wasn't cool, bro.
Well, these two
But
games, yeah, we got Toronto and the Bulls at the top of the screen. Though those two games, when we lost those two games recently, man, those were bad too. The Toronto and Chicago
yo,
games.
we had a 5 game losing streak, and like 4 of them were like heartbreakers.
Yeah,
But the Mavericks one was like, oh nah, like we're really not serious.
yeah,
Like I told myself, I'm like, this is not the Knicks from before, and I don't care who was available, not available to lace up. It was the way that we lost the game
yeah,
because people are talking about like, all right, like for example, someone to say, oh, we just didn't have a player like Luka Doncic on our team to close. That's not how I analyze that situation. If we had the game and we could have won the game several times
yep,
and we lose the game, I don't want to hear about star power on anybody's roster because this is basketball still. My team is beating your team. How about that?
right.
Get the rebound, bring that thing in. Like the one guy on the court you want to not catch that rebound. Got it. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
But to your point about not being, it should be a wrap. I feel like we're the kind of team now where I feel kind of safe with leads now again,
me.
despite what happened, despite what happened recently with that 5 game losing streak. Despite that,
Well, listen, I'm glad you're here because a game like this, man, I'm just watching while you talking. I get a chance to just be calm, you know. Because if you wasn't here, I'll be like this motherfucker out here. I'll be doing all that shit right now. So
yeah,
taking a break.
yeah, man. And that boy Keldon ain't shook, man. That boy is not shook. I,
Yeah,
I
he's with the
respect that
smoke.
young man's game.
Yeah,
I respect him.
he's like a bull. They got him listed as a small forward, but he's really like a really big shooting guard. He's like a bull.
Yeah, man. I always like playing the Spurs because I always feel like no matter how young the roster might be or how you like no named some of these players might be, if they keep a roster together for a couple years, Popovich will make something out of these guys.
Yeah.
And then you got good guys to fill out your roster in trade scenarios later on.
Yo, man.
You know what I'm saying?
San Antonio got the ball with 5 seconds left. So here's the thing. I'm gonna throw something at you. Like I don't know where they inbounding at, but let's say if they got to go the full length of the court, the what I would do if I'm Tom Thibodeau is I will foul right away to prevent them from even getting an attempt at a 3-point shot. That's what I would do. It depends. It depends on how quickly we could do it or what part of the court they're in. You know what I'm saying? Because if they hit a 3-point shot, that's the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Holy moly, man.
Hey yo, how fucked up would it be if he just heaves it from half court and missed that shit?
Oh, savvy,
I'm
man.
throwing his phone across the room if that happens. Oh boy.
Oh, they
Hey,
inbounded
shoot.
right and then underneath their basket here. I mean, right on their side. Oh shit, Sav.
We're not about to lose this Spurs again.
I hope not.
We're not. No, man. Nah. I'm not. I'm not with these shits. I skipped the gym to watch this game.
5-second violation. Holy shit.
Nah, you're ahead of me. No way.
I fucked it up for you.
Is that what? Nah, wait. Is that what happened?
Yeah, 5-second violation. Wow.
Yo, what is he doing? Yo, he just looking. He were
Maybe
just sitting there watching the game like we were.
he was counting in Polish. That's why it was taking him too long. Look at it. It's okay. He was counting in Polish. Oh shit. Oh, look, he called a timeout. How they can't nobody can get the ball in bounds. Oh man, this game ain't over yet, man. Shit. Oh Lord, have mercy. Yo,
We can't lose this game because earlier in the first half, I saw McDermott dunk the ball, and Jericho was late, but like from the right angle, it looked like he really let someone named McDermott dunk on him. And I'm like, if we lose this game, that's gonna be on the highlight reel when they play back what happened tonight.
yeah.
And I don't want that for Jericho.
Oh my god. I cannot deal with a loss like this. It'll be the Knicks ball though. The Knicks still have to do it. You still have to get it in bounds. But San Antonio is swarming so much that they might be able to get a steal. You know. Oh my god.
I know Popovich is tight, boy. Yo,
Oh my god.
he looked like he just spaced out for a minute. Like he.
Oh yeah. This is too much, Seth.
Wait, who do we have in? Oh, I see what's going on.
Oh, Fournier got it. They fouled him. Damn, only 1 second went off the clock.
How did you get ahead of me? That's nuts.
Where you at right now? You didn't get the you didn't see the inbounds just now? Fournier got fouled?
Now quickly is about to get the ball inbounded right now.
Oh, okay. You know,
Oh,
so
okay.
sometimes we get lost on the commercials, you know that, like on the streams. Sometimes the commercials I think screws
Bro,
everything up.
that happened to me earlier, and I only noticed it because I was still at commercial during halftime, and you were talking about what was happening on the court. I'm like, nah, wait a minute. Like, is he going back or like what? So I went forward. I was like, hell no, bro. Like I was like 3 minutes behind.
Yeah.
And I didn't pause it or nothing. I don't know what the hell happened. League pass, bro. Be bugging. I'll start the game and it'll start from the beginning while the game is live. I'm like, nah, start like now.
Yo, Sav, react to this. React to this.
Hold on. Evan Fournier is about to shoot a free throw. Oh god. Oh!
Yo, do you see the time? There's 3.5 seconds left, man. They have a chance to tie the game, and we're gonna be in overtime. I don't want to be in overtime, man. I don't want to play overtime right now.
Bro.
I can't deal with this shit, man. Oh my god.
This is our veteran shooter.
Yeah,
You know how bad I want to dump the clip on Fournier right now. I'm not gonna do it though
yeah,
because everybody missed the free throw in the crunch time. But damn, son,
yeah.
damn.
But he had to do it cold though. He hasn't played in a while in his fourth quarter. I don't think he played the whole fourth quarter.
Right, right, and that's fair.
Yeah,
But
they're
boy,
gonna
oh
kill him.
boy,
They're gonna kill him on the internet though. Oh my god.
I feel like it's not even fair either because for a minute there we stopped talking about him because he wasn't even in the rotation.
Right.
Now, if he gets 10 seconds on the floor and does something bad and we lose that game, they're going to find something to say about him.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact because I'm one of those people that's going to find something to say about him.
Oh my god.
I'll slip it in there somewhere. Pause.
I'll let you see it. I won't say nothing, even though you can see the screen anyway. So you watch how it plays out. So the Knicks hold on.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Go. No! Oh, okay.
Yeah, he shot it. He shot it after the buzzer, so it was definitely like a after the buzzer. There.
Okay.
See, he fakes it.
Okay.
That was it. That fake was it right there.
And you know what? I feel like it's good. It's good entertainment for you to be ahead of me and then to like gauge my reaction for people watching.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Sometimes State used to be on here doing it with me, right? So State, he always was ahead. So you would hear him go like that, like what happened? What happened? Then like 2 seconds later, you see me going you know, it's like stupid, you know.
Bro, State is hilarious. He be wilding sometimes, but he's hilarious.
Yeah,
I mess with State. I don't think there's anybody in the Knicks content social media community that can just rattle it off about the Knicks like with the passion
yeah.
for as long as he can.
His stamina on
Because
social media is unbelievable, man. I don't know how he does it.
because one bro, one day they was doing the day after thing on Twitter. They were doing like there was an argument he was having in a thread, and then he was on a space later on that afternoon after. And then when I got home from the gym that night, I opened up social media and I saw that he was in another space talking Knicks again. I was like, yo, this man is out there with his sword, okay, fighting through this Knicks commentary online.
Yeah, he's like a samurai. He's like a lone samurai out there, just chopping cats' heads off left and right. Pop, pop.
Hey, you know what's funny? Salute to Jarrell. Salute to the chat.
Yeah,
Okay. Salute to the Knicks. Good win. We beat the Spurs. Jalen Brunson is the kind of guy that'll get 38 points and nobody will be like, oh, Jalen Brunson's due for a 40 burger because it's just the most subtle, like natural 38 points. Like it's just in the flow of the game. Like I didn't
yeah,
realize he was really snapping like that. I knew he was having a good game, but 38 points, bro.
yeah. Well, he just was consistent. The Knicks couldn't score, and then he would just score quick, bang, bang. 17 for 27 is not bad too, man. You know, he didn't shoot a lot of free throws. If he shot a lot of free throws today, then maybe he would have been closer to 50. Because I mean, shooting 17 for 27, I would expect the guy to be, almost at 50.
Right, right. And And hey, yo, shout out to him, man.
Yeah,
I was so the off season is tough for me to even talk Knicks because there's just so many question marks,
yeah,
and I don't like to speak on presumption. So I just do a lot of listening,
right.
and I didn't see what other people saw outside of what he did in the playoffs. I hadn't done my due diligence and got familiar with what he did. And the part that I had seen, he was playing, behind Luca, with Luca, whatever. So I'm like, I had a grain of salt. When we got him, I didn't feel like he was overpaid,
Yeah,
but I wanted to see something. And to where we are now, it's just
he's good, man.
like
We're lucky to have a guy like that.
I sleep better at night, Eru. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like he's not taking us to the chip, but we have a point guard. Like I say that out loud sometimes when I'm talking to people, just because I can say it and it's true.
right. Yeah,
Because for like 10 years, aside from the Jason Kidd season, we had Felton in there a couple times, and he was doing well.
right.
But we was thirsty.
We've been saying it for 20 years. Yo, we need a point guard. We need a point guard. We need a point guard.
Yo,
Yeah, you know what y'all need? Y'all need a point guard. Oh no, but now we got the point guard. So I want
be like,
to. The question is like, what do we need now? I want somebody to say what we need now.
what we need now, man, to trim away the fat and fill this bench with some people that can contribute something.
Well, right on cue, man. I was going to point out the minutes. Look at the minutes. Grimes had 37. Julius had 41. Brunson had 40. Emmanuel quickly had 45. We can't continue like that, man. Regulation?
That's not right.
Yeah.
Julius had 41 minutes, and
Yeah.
we won the game by like 3 points.
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't be that shouldn't be the case at all, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it made me sick that day that Obi got hurt because I knew that this was gonna happen.
Right.
But man, like you just can't play a guy 41 minutes like that.
You can't. And you can't play four guys close to 40 minutes every night like that. You can't do that. You
It's
know?
not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's not
Somebody else is going to
sustainable.
get hurt. Somebody else is going to get hurt. Then what? Then we're going to be like, damn, so I mean, where the hell is that trade that we were supposed to have made like already, to alleviate some of this pain?
I
So,
still believe I still believe that Tom Thibodeau is a better coach than we are uh, as a team, like talent wise, like he can coach a team to and through the playoffs, and we haven't been a team that can get through the first round.
right.
So I'm not gonna say that a coaching change is needed
Well,
because I think that there's
when I wanted to ask you about I got the schedule up here. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, you good.
Simmons doing the January 13th game in Washington. You gonna be able to go to that shit?
You know what? I spoke to him about that, and I wanna I wanna do it, but I have to make sure that I have the time like away from work and everything
Yeah,
to be able to make that happen. Because if I can definitely secure the time and make that happen, I'll get a little crash spot for the night and like, a little red eye flight back home if I need to make that happen because I've been wanting to do that for a minute.
yeah. I'm,
But I
I'm
have to
driving
make
out.
that move soon.
Yeah, I'll be driving out there. I gotta work. I gotta work like 9 days straight in order to get that day off. So I'm gonna be fucking exhausted that day. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
Lord.
Yeah, 4 hour drive too. So it'll be fun. It's a nice little. I'll be by myself, so it'll be a nice little adventure for myself and stuff.
Yeah,
So
you chill, you vibe, you play a few albums.
yeah. What you think about this schedule? So we got 4 games left, right? Before we get out of here, we got 4 games left. What do you think we're gonna do with these next four?
So that's the Raptors, Bucks, Pacers, and Washington. Hmm. I think we're gonna I think we're gonna lose to the Bucks. I think we're gonna beat Washington. I think we're gonna beat the Raptors. That Pacers game might be tough.
Yeah,
That Pacers game might be tough. Its attitude is it's tension in there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And they have a good thing going over there. Like it seemed like Carlisle got something got something figured out over there. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna write them off. But you know how much I love to beat the Pacers. So
yeah. I
that's
hate
the one
losing
I
to them.
really want.
Yeah, I can't stand
Oh my
losing to the
God.
Pacers, man. It
Oh
hurts
my
me.
God. Yo, like I there's just a couple teams out there that I don't want to lose to, and the Pacers are at the top of that list.
Yeah, Pacers. I hate losing to Toronto. So like shit like that. You know,
I don't like losing to Utah, and I don't like losing to the Heat.
right,
And I live down here, and I I go to the games and whatnot. And the last one I went to, we beat them,
right.
and it was a comeback victory in the fourth quarter, led by Emmanuel quickly toward the end of the season, like our last matchup against them, and it was fine. But it's a combination of the history, but also the clashes that we had with them when we had Carmelo, and also the fact that when I was a teenager and I had came to the city, all my friends that I had in the city were Heat fans, and they was just talking that good talk when they had LeBron, man. Oh
And,
my God.
and nothing you could say it either because they got LeBron, they had Wade, they had Bosh. It's like fuck, and then they got Ray Allen too on top of that. So it's like fuck, you couldn't say shit.
They
You know?
called Dynasty when he made the announcement.
Right. And you couldn't say nothing
And
either.
I still have to remind them, yo, y'all broke even.
Yeah.
That's not a dynasty.
Yeah, Dirk smoked them
Y'all
in
was
that first one.
they were dominant. They were a dominant force in the league for like 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
a good amount of time, long enough to call it their era.
Right.
And Chris Bosh was one of those first shooting bigs that I saw really make people take notice.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call that a dynasty. You know what I mean?
People say I think Clay Thompson said that recently. I think Memphis was calling themselves a dynasty. And he's like, yo, they didn't fucking win nothing. How could they call themselves anything? They didn't win. They didn't win that one championship. You know what I'm saying? So people throw cliche stuff out there all the time for no good reason. I hate that.
Yeah,
That's
them
frivolous.
boys need to chill. And that's another team that I don't like losing to. Not because of
Right.
anything personal, but I just view them as like everything that we wanted to be. Like after we drafted certain guys, like after we got RJ,
Yeah.
and then and then we got Toppin and stuff like that, and then we had Quentin, and it was like young guys like showing out on the roster. It was looking like we could be a team full of like young studs that's coming to and bring that energy.
Yeah. Well,
So just because of that perspective, like I'm like, yo, let's show up against them. You know what I mean?
yeah. They're like the anti Knicks because the Knicks are young too, but when we win, we got a little bit more class than them. They're a little bit more brash, you know, as far as the young crew, the way that they do things over there.
Hey, guess what? And that ego is not going anywhere as long as Jaw is there, bro. As long as
Word up.
John Morant is on that roster,
As long as
that's gonna be their culture.
his dad sitting
I,
on the sideline too, talking shit to the players.
Hey, and I'm a fan too. I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fun to me. I feel like stuff like that's good for basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Personalities is missing from the sport. Back in the days, there was mad personalities. Now it's not as much. So
Yeah,
now that little things like that come out, it's good for the culture. Good for the history too.
exactly. Exactly, exactly. And we're starting to see like little tension, little rivalries build up. You know what I'm saying? The Pelicans and Pelicans and that team, all the and Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? They had their little dust up.
Yep.
We had our little dust up. I forget who we were playing, but RJ had oh yeah, Philly. It,
Yeah.
it was Philly. It was
Yep.
on Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, man. You see, like, and there's another team losing to them hurt because it's like, oh, Joel Embiid, man, he just talks so much shit.
Yeah.
I'm just
He's
like,
annoying. He's like a cornball. You know what I'm saying? So when guys like cornballs like that, say within one, he put his hands up, but he's doing like this, mocking the crowd.
yeah,
Man, you fucking cornball, man.
yeah.
You didn't earn that yet. He didn't win the championship or nothing. You know, he didn't earn it yet. You
I
know,
don't
so
like it, and and I was a fan of his until I saw he was playing. They were playing the Nets, and this is when is it Jared Allen, the dude with the fro that was on the Nets, the big.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he's matched up with Jared Allen, and he did like a dirty move and hit Jared Allen. I think Jared Allen actually like took an injury that game, like
Damn.
or if not, could have. Like it was bad enough that I remember it. And ever
Right.
since then, I was like, yo, like that was kind of flawed. Like I don't really like that. That was like probably his second, third year in the league, and
Yeah.
then he lost to Kawhi and he cried. And I was
Right.
like, all right, now I really don't respect you because you're over here laughing at people, taunting them, like laughing about the dirty moves you did that could have hurt them or did hurt them. And
Right.
now you're over here crying.
Remember when he was
I
saying
just don't
about
respect
Carl
that.
Anthony Towns too? He was saying that the Carl Anthony Towns got real estate in his head for me and all that stuff. He's talking all that shit, but then he's crying like a freaking baby. Bubbles. I think he got snot bubbles and everything. I mean, the guy. Yeah, I just don't.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just
I'm
don't like
like,
the guy.
hey yo, suck it up and go pause and and go fold up in the shower like a real man.
Hey, get your wife to rock you to sleep like mine did the other day.
Like a real man does. And
Yeah.
you gonna cry into the arms of a woman, nigga. All right? don't, don't be out here
Yeah.
blowing snot bubbles on TV.
Yeah.
Because I've had the passion for the game, but if you got that sucker energy, then I don't want to see it. Like when Gobert didn't get the All Star vote,
Right.
I was like, ah, shut up.
Yeah.
You
Sucker.
know what I'm saying? But anyhow, I'm off on a tangent. Thank you for having me, my brother. It would be real nice if we could get that win against Milwaukee.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
we gotta hook up some kind of way, man. You know, just so we can chop it up a little bit. You know, whenever you want to on the panel and stuff, is always fun to have to listen to you talk and whatever.
Y'all
What's up with the music, man?
appreciate it.
What you got going on with music?
Hey, you see, I'm not on the socials no more. I actually have to, like sometimes you get to a point with certain things where you're like, you know, am I forcing this?
Yes, I got you.
Like, and if the answer is yes, sometimes you put that thing to the side and you get a new piece of paper out and you start something brand new, man. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? You know, worst comes to worst, all you did was stack some ammo. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But what I like to do is I like to try to capture the moments fresh. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like the energy of something is outdated, I might wait until the cycles of life bring that back into relevancy before I drop something.
Right.
You feel me? Like I'm not feeling that way no more. Let me put that on ice until I feel that way again. You know,
what's your I got it on the screen here, man. So what's your name on here on
you know
SoundCloud?
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? It's
What's
been
that?
so long that I think it's the real Savvy D.
Okay.
Let me have a look at my account. I think it's just straight up Savvy D. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's just straight up Savvy D. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm scrolling. I'm doing a lot. Basically, what I'm doing now, like the main focus right now is I'm trying to
This is you right here, right?
learn, uh, go, n- nah, that's not me. Go up. Oh wait, put two V's in there.
Oh, two V's, yeah, double V.
Yeah, try that. Um, right now I'm trying to scroll down. There you go, the third one,
Yep, I
the
see
one that
that.
says isolated on it.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. ISO is the crew. You know what I'm saying? I had to rep. Um, but the most recent thing I got on there is Malice.
Yeah.
Um, no, actually it's called Agony. The version on SoundCloud is called Agony, but the one on streaming is called Malice. Because
Okay.
the one called Agony, that's an earlier cut of that same track. But right now I'm trying to transition into self-production.
Right.
So I'm just going to beat school, man. Like I'm trying to learn, trying to build the skills, trying to figure out figure out, how I can create a process where I take the beat from start to finish and then I do what I do to it, you know what I mean? That way, there's less headaches when it comes to releasing stuff,
Mhm.
dropping stuff, clearing content rights, DRM filters, all that.
Yeah.
Talking splits and money, and you're gonna take the money up front, or you're gonna take it on the back end, or you're gonna take both and try to sue me, like,
But no
you know.
trying, man. We ain't trying no more. We gotta do. On my way to doing, but we're not trying. We're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
No, exactly. And it's not gonna be long before I hop out again. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because I see it's something that I don't like that I've been seeing that I haven't been speaking on, right? And it's
Right.
just the fact that I feel like some people treat the game as if it's a lick, or like treat the game as if like it's a shiny candy red Harley Davidson, and you're in the middle of a midlife crisis,
Right.
or they try to treat the game like it's something that's like funny style that you could just do about whatever little joke type niche BS you had going, and you thought that was ill in the moment, so you pull it out. And I was like, what do I feel called to do? I feel like the universe is speaking to me. It's saying, eliminate all of this whack energy in the atmosphere. And I feel bad on the inside of my soul because I've been so preoccupied with trying to be a responsible adult that I didn't have my blade sharp in the moment when I should have really cut some shit down.
Right.
And for that reason, a sucker gets to live. And that don't sit right with me.
I, I like the way you say shit, man. It makes you laugh, because I get it when you say stuff. I get exactly what you're saying. So
Because you feel me though, right?
I feel you. I feel you all the way.
It just doesn't sit right with me. Like it bothers me sometimes. Like it's the type of shit that you'll be sitting there enjoying a meal and you'll just think about it, and suddenly you're just not hungry no more.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, you know what? Let's take it back to the basic elements of what made this something that I was literally addicted to for a while. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that's stripping away the non-essentials. You know, can you be an MC with just a pen and a piece of paper right there? That's it.
Yeah, man.
All this fancy beat stars, remixes, TikTok, algorithms. Nah, man. The
Take it
one
back to
thing to
the essence.
penetrate all of that right there is ill stuff. If you do ill shit, it
Mhm.
cuts through all of that
Yeah.
because the cloud of whack shit is massive, but it's easily penetrable by the real.
No
You
doubt.
heard me.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, you ill
You know
dude,
what I'm
man.
saying?
So for those that pop it in, you see Savvy D. This is his SoundCloud. He has other music too around. So dig through his stuff. Check it out. Google him, see what pops up. You'll see some stuff. So I mean,
A lot of stuff that's on my feed right there. That's a lot of stuff that like collaborators and friends of mine, partners of mine had put out that I wanted to help to boost. But
yeah,
if you also just search on streaming services like Spotify, Tidal, whatnot, you can see the features I've done, and you can see whatever solo work I got out, and then there's more to come later on.
yeah.
Um, that's definitely something that I'm making more time for in this point in time, because it's a period of transition for me. You feel me? Like I've been consistently delivering on all my obligations for the better part of a year and some change now, and now it's time to transition and go to the next step, and that's where I feel like I'm at right now. It's just embracing change and new and fresh.
It's time to harvest, man. Time to get the harvest. You know what I'm saying? You planted the seeds and did all that shit you did. So now it's time
Oh
to
yeah.
clean up and get that harvest.
Oh
You know?
yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we hungry.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. I like your music, man. So there's some stuff here that I haven't heard yet. So I'm gonna click some of this stuff. In fact, I think I've heard a lot of this stuff. But I'm gonna go through it. Now before I go to sleep and shit. But
Yeah, everything on there. I'm not on everything that's on there, but the ones that I'm on usually will have my name next to it, and then actually, hey, like I know you like to get the sneak preview, so I'll show you a little something that I had in the tuck that I was gonna release, sometime soon before I decided to change course, you know. So, I'll dust that one off and I'll send it your way ASAP. I gotta dig in the archives for that,
all right, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, but
you
Sad,
know.
we out of here, man. I gotta get up early tomorrow and shit. I'm definitely passing out as soon as I get off this thing. I'm gonna listen to some of this stuff, and then I'm gonna get myself up out of here. But thanks for popping in, man. I always love to hear your voice. You like Sammy Davis Jr., man. You remind me of Sammy Davis Jr. so much, man. You're definitely talented. I think like I said, not think if you pursue what you want to do, I think you'll do great, man. It's because you're already doing it already, so it's just a matter of time. You know what I'm trying to say? So I
Yes, yes.
just stay consistent with what you do, man. Definitely.
I understand and I appreciate you, brother. Salute to the diehard Knicks nation. All right. And you are also a master craftsman at what you do. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you having me on, brother, and the endless genuine support that you
Mhm.
provide.
Did
And I'm gonna try to jump on the next one. I should be able to.
okay. Did you hear the theme song that Trav B maybe Trav
Nah,
B
nah.
Ryan he made a theme song, so it's gonna play now. Once I hit end stream, it'll play. It's like a whole video. I did a video for it, so it'll play as soon as
Oh,
I hit
okay,
end
dope.
stream. It'll play.
Dope. I'm gonna jump back into the YouTube app and peep that.
All right, cool. All right,
All
man. So
right, player.
I'll see you soon, man.
For sure, man. Salute.
Peace.
Eru, I see you. Die hard. Trav. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves, and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team, and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he was die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back.